fuck is that shit?
On my nipple for me real quick.
Don't do that.
Yes,
do not.
Yes,
really, you want to do that?
Make sure you get it on video. Push it.
Ah! It's the ember's on him. Okay. The ember's on his. He can't feel it.
Fucking my.
You're fucking dead.
Louie, I get it.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
My serious thing. Can you put this out on my tongue for me?
Oh, not the tongue. I did the nipple.
It's wet. It's not gonna hurt that much. It's gonna taste like hell.
Do it, you fucking.
I've done it before,
motherfucker.
If you put enough spit in your tongue, you don't feel shit.
I didn't spit on my tongue. It's gonna hurt tomorrow when I eat food.
Did anybody happen to see the video of
Go ahead, Jake. I'll light another one.
I'm cool.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I'm waiting for everybody to sit over. We're gonna watch the documentary first. The director, Jeff Waldridge, will be here a little later. He was caught up with some travel issues, but we will have a Q&A after the documentary with some of the professional wrestlers who were featured in the documentary. I don't think I need to talk too much about this. I think we should get this started. Ladies and gentlemen, Hardway.
Everybody in the tournament, be safe. You can still tell a story and do all this crazy stuff and still wrestle and not have to do big fucking shit and hurt yourselves. You know, there's only glass in the finals. You know, we can build and build and build and it ain't TOD, not to take away from what we're doing tonight. My big
there's two different worlds, and when you have somebody that's known you your entire life, or that maybe they just work with you, maybe it's just a coworker, someone casual, or they know you enough to know how you are, and, you seem chill, and
1, 2, 3, go ahead. Got it? One more. Okay.
is this nerves, is this, you're worried about how the match is gonna go, what is it? And then it's funny because then you go out there in the fucking crowd,
Captain Dave making his cameo. Yeah.
Said, well, if that's what you want to do, there's another one down there in the shed. So I went down in the shed, grabbed that stop sign, took it to IWA Mid-South, and the rest is history.
Him jump, that must be pretty bad. And B, if you've ever seen James or met James, seeing him jump out of a chair and move that fast ever is a very rare sight. So
where's the cut out of? So there's my arm. It's really just Can I check your place for a second?
Yeah.
I want to see. 179. Oh my god, yeah. Give him up. Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah.
We need it. Fuck!
I don't know, I'm on a cell phone and I'm outside the bed. I have no idea my phone. Stop, I know, I got it. I still want to okay, so she didn't we had a match with someone that had a large gash.
Bled out to death in some fucking yard in Delaware for combat zone wrestling and tournament of death. I bled out to death. They got me on the helicopter. Got some more blood in me, got me back to life, man.
And Ian just pulls us all in, and it's very serious. So I'm limping over.
And we've been there before, and he's just gonna hype us up before.
You got me on that one.
It's the
frosted plate thing.
The bulldozer, Tremont. I guess we'll go down the line. Next, we have the Deathmatch Vegan, another very decorated professional wrestler. I believe he's held gold everywhere he's been. I could be wrong about that. I feel like it's more frequent than it is infrequent. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Cannonball. Next up, we have a tournament and death winner. He's competed in Nick Gage Invitationals. He's competed all over the world. Different boy, Jimmy Lloyd. And speaking of international superstars, not only in wrestling, but as well in music, as he said in the documentary, no God, only Slash! Next up, again, another internationally traveled deathmatch superstar and Jim Cornette's favorite wrestler. Give it up for G. Rayburn.
Fuck Cornette! Fuck Cornette! Fuck Cornette! Fuck Cornette!
And we're gonna have a special guest panelist on this Q&A, a deathmatch. Don't go anywhere, Louie.
Get back out here!
Get your ass in here.
Get out here!
Louie!
The legend, the icon, Lowlife, Louie Ramos! Now we are going to open this up to fan questions. You guys can take a seat behind the table if you want. But before we get started with the fan question, I would like to start with a question that was asked by Jeff, the director. What did you guys think overall about the documentary?
I would say I had to go back and forth because obviously we have a show tonight, so I didn't give it my full undivided attention. I apologize. Watching it back, seeing everybody's reaction, and talking to me right after this ended. There's been a million deathmatch documentaries, and I think this is one of the better ones that has come out. Obviously, Jeff put a lot of time and effort into this, and he traveled all over the country, following us to put this together. Obviously it was quality, and you can tell he put heart and passion in it at 110%. And I enjoyed it. I think everybody here enjoyed it. They helped tell our story of what we do and why we do what we do. So I think he represented us well, represented the genre well, and each told a little bit of our life story, and hopefully that can translate to you guys and everybody, hopefully worldwide that buys the DVD and everything. So I think it was it's damn good film and damn good for what we do.
I'm gonna say this because Jeff's not here. It was better than I thought it would be, by a lot. That was really good. And the reason I say that is nothing against Jeff, but because, like Matt said, there's a bunch of documentaries about deathmatch wrestling, and for the most part, they're all garbage. And they all show us look like a bunch of fucking hicks with no actual human traits. So I thought the fact that showed it a little bit different was fucking awesome. And again, that was no shot at Jeff. I just mean I don't think deathmatch documentaries have a good track record. You fucking killed it. I will watch that again probably tomorrow.
I thought it was fucking fantastic. I think it was a good way to show the fans what the inside of deathmatch wrestling is, and if people that never even seen a deathmatch before watch it, I think they'll be more interested in watching deathmatch wrestling.
Can I get a water before I dehydrate to death? Or a beer or something. I don't know. Wet my whistle a little bit. As for the documentary, I thought it was great. Showed everyone's personality really well. It was edited well. I'm going to try to attack it from a different angle on these guys with their sensitivity and made us look like we had human qualities. That's a fucking stretch, Jeff. Yeah, it was good. I think it was well put together and about summed it up, the locker room.
to tell you a little bit of the backstory before all this even became a thing, when I met Jeff wanted to come to some VFW shows, and I had seen a documentary that he did on a serial killer in the area, for an area that he went and did, and I thought, the production of it, I'm like, this is amazing. Once I saw that, like, I was like, holy shit, this guy has to do, you know, some, there you go. Seeing the production level right then, I knew, I was like, holy shit, he has to do this justice. Like, this has to be something where he goes all over the place. So I'm like, Jeff, let me talk to some people, let me see about getting you in to film, you know, at CZW and H2O, and he reached out to everybody at that time, and I reached out to some people, and everybody was okay with it. So I was happy to be a part of the fact that I wanted him to make it what I knew he was going to create once I saw the production level of what he was doing. And I think he pulled that off amazingly. I think if it didn't leave that feeling of like different levels of emotion, and it definitely did that, I feel like it did the same as watching like an epic movie of some sort, you know, and then the crescendo at the end where we're all kind of joking around. I think it just sends it off in a good, lighthearted way. So it sends everybody home happy. So that's what I think about it.
You know, for all of you that know me, know that, and my wife is right here, my son is right there. This deathmatch thing is my life, man. And you know, there was tears in my eyes constantly during the showing, and sitting here, I don't feel like I deserve to be here. I'm sitting here with the greatest deathmatch wrestler of all time, my favorite opponent, the future of the genre, the toughest man I've ever fought, and a guy who's basically given his life to this and now sits here injured, and here's little old me, and you know, I'm just honored to be here, and that thing did all of them justice because we're all here because of them.
Hey, Louie.
I agree with Flag. I think it's the other way around on that. So I'm going to come out into the crowd, and we're going to open this up to some questions from everybody in the audience. Who wants to start this off?
Stretch.
All right, man.
Something I've always been curious about. I'm going to try to find the right way to phrase all this, but like when the glass is breaking, when the blood is pouring, when the chairs are cracking in the head, when things are like over 1,000, how do you maintain your focus? How do you keep that adrenaline under control? How do you keep yourselves from just going insane right then and there?
Listen, I've had 2 instances where I've almost died doing this, so you just gotta keep calm and know that your professionalism and the fact that you've done this for so long and the fact that you've done it with, you know, with every weapon imaginable has to keep you calm, and you have to do the right thing. And this is what we do, you know. This is what I don't know about the rest of the guys, but I feel like I was put on this earth for, because as a regular wrestler I suck. But as a deathmatch guy, you know, there's a line of guys here that are the best in the world. They've traveled the world to do this. So we know that we put ourselves in that situation, and we're capable of adapting to every situation that a deathmatch brings.
Yeah, I think like too, another thing that obviously we all do is like we sit there and we think, even in that moment of whatever's happening, and we're kind of trying to like gather ourselves. But the biggest thing that we're thinking about too, I think, is one, we want to put on a good show. Like that is a mainstay. Like obviously we all want to have good fucking matches. We all want to look good in front of you guys, because somebody came in the car ride here and was like, yo, I want to see Schlack fucking murder somebody. And if Schlack didn't, you know, focus and do what he does best on murdering people, then there'll be they'll be let down. Like, they'll be like, oh shit, that never happened. You always murder me. But, yeah. But somebody came to see that. Somebody paid their hard-earned money to come to see you. So that, I think, is in the back of your head, you know, at all times. So I think that is part of the focus at that point. No matter what's in the ring, you're still like, I gotta put on a fucking good show because these motherfuckers want to see me do some shit.
I mean, I concur with both these guys said. I guess just to add on top of that, just go out there and try and not make yourself look like an asshole. You know, you want to go out there and look good. People are paying, you know, to see you look good and not like an asshole. So, you know, composure and fucking keep it together, whether it's glass or fire or whatever, you know. It's your job, you're getting paid. Point blank, in all honesty.
I think the reason we don't lose control is because we're trying to keep each other safe the best we can. But you see there's a lot of elements of glass, barbed wire, light tubes, etc. But like, yeah, that shit hurts, but I think the adrenaline actually helps us get through that pain, and the people going fucking wild comes to our head, and we're trying to put on the best show we can and make the people keep going crazy. So I feel like that's how we keep control and just try to put on the best show we can.
And not to just harp on what everybody else says, 100% all those things are true. But I think a lot of it's just kind of being there in front of everybody. It's like, all right, well now I fucking have to do this. I can't really back down now. It's too late. For instance, in the documentary, there was the part where Jimmy here gets the scissors in his shoulder, and you see a quick little panic, and then he gets up so Raver can jump off the top onto him again. And if he didn't get up, Raver would just be standing up there looking like a real dumb idiot. So like, I think it's the fact that you kind of, once you're there, once you're in the ring, you have to do it. Like there's really no turning back, and I think we all kind of come in knowing that this is what we're going to do, so now we fucking have to do it. You can't back out at that point, you're a little late on that one.
Reg, when you asked the focus, you talk about as far as like in the match, during?
Yes, like maintaining control, like knowing what you're gonna do next, like not losing yourself, losing your composure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at the end, pretty much saying what all these guys said. Like, we know what we're doing once we come in these ropes and stepping into this world, and you know, you're strapping your boots on tight and putting your fucking big boy pants on. Because once you're in here and the fucking bell rings, you know, you're doing a fucking death match. And if you're coming in here and you're hesitant, and this isn't something you want to do, this is not something for you. And this is not for everybody. You know, doing the hardcore, death match, whatever you want to call it. So, you know, the ones that are, you know, good at it and do it, that there's a reason why they're in here, and they can keep themselves composed, keep themselves focused when things are going good and things are going bad. So it's a world that, you know, you better be ready to step into.
Who else has a question for the panel?
On the performance stance, when you get done doing the shows, like say like during the weekend shows, and you try to adapt to real life, but like does your persona like stay in the ring, or do you kind of carry it through you 24/7?
Y'all know, me in particular, I think it goes for everybody, like, when we're in the ring, it's ourselves with the volume turned up, and then, you know, once the adrenaline wears off and the match is over, and we're here, you know, we're human beings just like everybody else, you know, we're animals in here, but, you know, everybody's, you know, different on different levels, but, you know, when the match is over, Bulldoze is done. I'm just Matt Tremont, I'm fucking just like everybody else. And we're just trying to live our lives fucking as best we can, pay our bills, and fucking eat. So, yeah, when the violence is done, the violence is done. Unless you piss me off in the real world. That takes a lot, and you don't see that.
I'm barely turned up. I'm the same goofy fucking idiot in the ring. The only difference is in my real life, I don't hit people with light tubes and garbage like that. So yeah, pretty much, I am like, and I know this isn't as intense as when somebody like Schlack says it, but what you see is really what you get with me. I'm just a fucking joke of a human. But going off of like, and this is kind of going off what you said, but I've had many a conversation with Louie over here about the come down of like being here on a Saturday and fucking having however many people chant your name and be in the center of attention, and then you go to your job where you fucking pick up a phone or you clean the toilet, and that come down is depressing as all fuck until next week when you're doing it again.
Pretty much like Jeff said, I'm basically the same fucking person in the ring. I'm just Jimmy fucking Wood. Like during the week, I'm not gonna go around and suck my dick and shit and fucking put myself over.
I've never seen you suck your own dick in the ring either.
Yeah, I don't do that. I'm just saying.
I want to see that now.
Maybe that would be in the uncut version of this documentary.
People would probably pay a lot more money to see you suck your own dick.
Yeah, I think.
I also think people would say, you'd say the same thing, right?
Snapchat premium. What are you, fucking back page whore?
Yeah, another way to look at it too, I mean, I feel like I am that person turned up at the same time. I also, like I said, am me, and I try to just approach people and be calm and cool and collective and always try to be, polite and, respectful and nice as much as I can. But there's still that part of me when you're in there that's a part maybe I don't show that often. Maybe I don't, I'm saving that for that. Maybe it's a build up from a shitty week that I have, and then I translate that in how I, act in the ring, or how I'm perceived in the ring, or even on social media. It's a whole other way to look at it. Like, I try to keep, the character going, and I try to keep my actual feelings in everything that I do, but it's just that one bit notch up, and to give it that, something that people want to pay to see and give a shit about it,
Here's the sad part, and like I said, my wife is here, my son is here. I wrestle in camouflage. I wear camouflage on my daily life. I wrestle in black and white t-shirts. I wear black and white t-shirts in my regular life. When I go to Golden Corral and I see the skewers with the marshmallows and the chocolate and stuff, I stick them in my head and I walk around the restaurant and scare everybody. And they're here to tell you what I did, but I'm not lying. So basically, my wrestling character is me, 100%. I'm just this fucking crazy dude that loves sticking shit in his head and bleeding and entertaining and having people wonder what the fuck goes on in that brain.
That's 100% why you're here, Louie. Who else has a question for the panel?
I've asked Matt this question before, but I don't think in front of everybody. If you could have your last match ever, who would your opponent be, active or non-active?
Did I answer that when you asked me?
He's like, it's a different, you told me
You know what?
something
I'll make
different.
this easy and make this real quick. 6-way, all 6 of us motherfuckers here. Yeah. Every single weapon imaginable. So one guy fucking drops, and maybe I'll end up dead because that'll be the greatest way to fucking die.
Yeah, thanks.
I'll die. No, I want to die.
I'll
take the death, brother.
I know. I want to die. I know.
It's safe to assume that you asked this in almost, obviously, a fantasy type situation.
Last match ever, your
Right.
dream opponent.
I'll bring it into that kind of fantasy world just because, like, the guys that inspired me, well, one of the biggest guys that inspired me was Hayabusa. I was a huge fan of Hayabusa and everything that he did. And that's where I really gripped into, Japanese wrestling. I started just kind of going from there, and I went backwards and watched different Japanese wrestlers. So if I could wrestle Hayabusa in fucking Japan in some exploding cage match or some shit, because that was awesome, I would do that.
I've never been asked this question. Bruce Brody. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's Bruce Brody, but I guess a little more realistic, maybe if White Beater gets off his ass.
Sick Nick Mondo.
Yeah!
I don't know. I literally had all this time to think and I had fucking no idea. What?
Did you think it all?
I don't know, Louie answered. I thought we wouldn't have to answer by the time we got to this side of the table. The reason I got into death matches was Mr. Pogo and Matsunaga in Japan. Mr. Pogo was my guy because he had cool face paint and carried a sword, and I thought that was really cool when I was in 7th grade. So I'll go with him.
Kinda answered.
Wrestle everyone! Alright, Lowlife fucking Louie, on this fucking level, when I grew up watching fucking Jersey All Pro, and him and Crazy Ivan, so like one of my first fucking legends and people I watched and looked up to, and it was always fucking Louie, and I got to work with Louie a bunch. Obviously, I fucking had wrestled Anita here and in Japan, which was awesome. If there's anybody, I guess, fantasy-wise, fucking you wrestle Funk, that's awesome. It would be Funk or Foley. Yeah.
What was the trigger point that completely inspired all of you to do death matches?
Wow. Shit. Wow. I like this Q&A. They're making me think.
Yeah. I'm trying to make a long answer short. I'm just trying to think that probably 98, 99, 2000 when I started to really get deep and watch wrestling, and then the hardcore wrestling was what stuck out to me. And immediately when I saw it, I knew like, yeah, this is the shit I want to do, and I'm gonna go in the backyard right now and jump off my mother's fucking shed and fucking get thrown through fucking sheetrock and barbed wire and all that stuff. So like, I wanted to do it from day one. When I first saw it, I'm like, yeah, this is, I guess that was the moment. So many, many moons ago, and a lighter and thinner Matt Tremont was like, yeah, I want to do this stuff.
Just did a suicide.
Mine was when I was a kid. My dad started taping ECW because it was on at 2 a.m. and I was not allowed to stay up that late. He would tape that and I would watch the VHS the next day, and seeing guys like Sabu and Cactus Jack and stuff do the barbed wire stuff, that was like what drew me in. And then from there, probably fucking like Napster and LimeWire and all that shit. I found like other death matches just by typing in their names, seeing Japan and Pogo and guys like that, like I said before. And always seeing that as right off the bat from fucking 7th grade on, which says a lot for my mental health. I knew I wanted to do stuff with bricks and fucking barbed wire and light tubes and all that because of what I watched these other guys do. Yeah, that's about it.
Growing up, watching CZW, going to the shows, seeing these guys throw each other through glass, get hit with weed whackers, falling off roofs, just to make people happy and put a smile on people's faces. So that right there, I was like, no, that's fucking awesome. That's what I want to do.
I've always had like a major glitch in my brain. I don't know if it's a positive one or a negative one. Positive. But it's probably positive. It's got me here right on this motherfucking guy. Yeah. I've always been like hyper extreme, man. Whether it be like, okay, I will get a tattoo. Yeah, you know what? I want them on my fucking face. Let's skateboard or ride BMX. You know what? I want to go down the fucking biggest hill and I want to go 100 miles an hour and I want to get drugged by a fucking car. You know, oh, wrestling? Okay, cool. Oh, they do it with glass and they do it with fucking fire? I want to do that kind of wrestling. Oh, music? I want to play grindcore. I don't want to play fucking country. I want to play the shit that's really fast, as heavy and dark as you could possibly make it, and asshole as you could possibly make it. You know, I mean, you know, honestly, I would be doing MMA if they involved weapons, but MMA doesn't have weapons, so it looks like
I think I could speak for, I think everyone here, if they didn't have some influence on them, obviously, but you know, this might be kind of cliche, I think, to say, but Kawasaki Dream, man. Like, huge inspiration. Watching fucking Cactus Jack and Onita and watching those guys doing it, you know, and at the time, man, if you look back at it, there wasn't that, I mean, there was crazy shit at the time, but that's how it is for everything. Everybody looks at things and wonders why, like, oh, why did this 80s horror movie piss so many people off? Because they had a decapitation scene. It's that same factor there, where like you look back on it, and to me, that still fucking holds up. Like, I don't watch that or see clips of that anymore, see Cactus Jack hit some fucking exploding shit, or fucking even Onita doing something, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, this was huge. You don't realize how huge it was, and you can only appreciate it if you understand that during that time, this was absurd. That was like, what the fuck is this shit? Wow. And that opened the floodgates of finding other shit. And it just spawned off into this different territory where you just started to wonder, like, oh, there's all this other wrestling out there. And whether it was deathmatch or not, it created this link of saying, holy shit, there's shit over here. Oh man, there's shit in fucking Norway, there's shit in fucking Britain, there's shit in fucking right here in my hometown that I didn't know about. Let me go check that out. There's those fans, and then there's the fans that never have seen that. And that bugs the hell out of me. Because like that, to me, was like, that was fucking history, man. And that's a huge part, I think, in all of us watching that footage.
To elaborate on what he was saying, it's fucking punk rock as fuck, man. Deathmatch is punk rock as fuck. You know, punk rock is, oh man, buy John's VHS in the back of a fucking magazine of the craziest rock and roll shows. Yeah, of course I'm gonna buy that fucking VHS, you know what I mean? And that's how deathmatch wrestling is. It was underground and it was sought after, just like cool fucking extreme punk rock shit. And it all, a good horror movie. Oh shit, you never seen Serbian film or where the fucking, you know, I'm just saying, like, it's fucking punk rock. A good B horror movie is just as fucking punk rock as Mr. Pogo fighting Onita in a fucking fire match. It's just as punk rock as The Exploited hitting some dude in the fucking head with a guitar in fucking somewhere in Cockney, London. You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't like that shit?
For me, it's a loaded question because I have to go back to being a child. 1988, there was a show called Primer Impacto. It was it's basically like a current affair for Spanish people. For those who don't know, I'm of Puerto Rican and Ecuadorian descent, 100% Hispanic. My mom came off the boat, barely speaks English, and she was watching this show, and they were doing an expose on Puerto Rican wrestling, and they showed Abby. And I had seen Abby like doing little things in like Florida, Georgia, but never that big. And upon watching this in 1988, I was 11 years old, and they said, oh, the blood is fake and this and that, and I kept arguing with my mother. I'm like, no, I watch this stuff every Saturday. This is real, this is real. No, my mother's like, this is fake, your father used to try to do this, and my father was a failed wrestler in Puerto Rico many, many years ago, and he would tell me that this was real, and I tell my mom, this is real, oh, this is fake, and I said one day, Ma, I'm gonna do this. Years later, I saw Ian and Axel Rotten do the first ever barbed wire bat match on a videotape, and this videotape sat on top of my Duke University scholarship that I had. And I threw away the Duke University scholarship to follow my dream to do this deathmatch shit and be like Ian and Axel Rotten. And that's a shoot, 100%. And after watching that, I told my mom, this is what I want to do. Of course, she disagreed. And years later, in the Elks Lodge, July 18th, 2003, I'm across the ring from fucking Abdul the Butcher. So this deathmatch wrestling is life, and it made fucking dreams come true, man. And as a little boy, that's all I wanted to do, and because I wanted it so bad, that's why I'm sitting right fucking here in front of all of you.
Can you guys all see me? Alright, good. Okay, so not just deathmatch wrestling, wrestling as a whole we all know has different looks. You know, back in the 80s you had fucking 6'8" Hulk Hogan with big muscles everywhere and shit. You had Rick Rude with his washboard abs and all that. Well, let's get real here. We all know deathmatch wrestling is usually just a bunch of crazy looking motherfuckers with tattoos on their face. Maybe some punk ass street kids. I don't know, they were fucking a pig in their barn. You know, I don't know. It's just, usually you guys have some pretty crazy fucked up looks. But, you know, well, let's face it, you know, when the fans come here, no, we don't want to see your fucking abs. We just want to see you fucking bleed. Where I'm getting at is, this isn't the main question, but have you guys ever seen Falling Down with Michael Douglas? You know how he's just some fucked up middle class individual who's just coming home, who just, you know, wears suit and tie, glasses, who just wants to go home, but he's fucking crazy! Even though he might not look it. You know, like the crazy Nazi in that, you know, gun shop, that was like a fucking lunatic. Michael Douglas in that movie just looked, you know, normal, you know. Where I'm getting at is, do you think somebody who kind of looks like a regular person like I am, you know, could maybe fans appreciate even though they might not look like all of you? Is that good? But let's face it, I have years to catch up with the amount of tattoos Schlatt has. And that's my mom's favorite person right there.
So you think you got what it takes looking like you? Is that what you're asking?
Well, let's face it, I don't look like I just got out of prison or anything. That's not an insult.
That asshole looks like
Let's just get real here. A lot of you guys look like you're physically fucked up in the head. They see me, they think, oh, he probably looks some like, you know, weird ass dude who probably masturbates under the sheets still. You know?
You fucked a stuffed animal.
I wore jeans!
Us fucked up looking people also still masturbate under the sheets.
This is a legitimate question because, you know, let's face it, you know, they all love you guys, but, you know, it's not your stereotypical wrestling fan. Not in a bad way. I love all you guys. Even if you hate me, whatever, but, you know.
We love you, Mitch.
I think if I'm getting all this, fine. But I guess to do this shit, you gotta have a fucking couple screws loose, and each of us fucking, you know.
Have a couple screws loose.
Yeah, we got some screws loose, but like, you know, you may not have face tattoos, or look, you don't have to look like the most intimidating fucking person in the world, but you fucking get in here and do fucking damn good, and you have a great fucking character, and you've gotten over, and you've taken your bumps, and you fucking bled. So yeah, someone that does look like fucking Mitch Vallen can come in here and fucking kill shit in here. And you have. That's why you guys had to title shot.
Mitch, remember when you said, hey, have you guys ever seen Falling Down?
What?
Remember a couple months ago when I told you you should watch that movie and I suggested it to you first?
I just watched it the other day too.
Great book. Classic.
You know, I think where you're getting at and what you're saying, and what I look at it is when I see friends of mine, like guys that aren't the stereotypical fucking WWE pronounced type looking guys, and then I start seeing them get signed for a fucking TV contract, and they've been in this ring, and they've been in several rings that I've been in, I'm happy as shit, and I think the business has fucking changed because of that. And I think it's gonna change, it's gonna continue to change because of companies like that, not just looking at guys like body guys, and not just fucking, everybody's got the special in them. And it's whether it's they have one or two things, I don't give a fuck, you have to have at least two. And I think everybody that I see on fucking getting signed for AEW and all that shit, to me they have fucking those two things, whether they look like it or not.
Listen, I think that the 5 other guys that I'm sitting next to here are probably the most talented group of human beings I've ever been around, and that's a shoot. But the fact of the matter is that I'm glad I look the way I look because of Deathmatch Wrestling, because on Friday night, when I'm taking the train after my shoot job, my fucking train goes to the Jersey Shore, all I have to do is pull my sleeve up, take my hat off, and nobody wants to sit next to me because all the blood, the scars, and the scabs, and I'm happy to sit by myself drinking my 4 fucking Loco.
Yeah!
So to try and get back to the documentary, for any of us that are immersed in the deathmatch world that that wants to show this documentary to a family member, a friend, a colleague, or anything who has never watched a second of deathmatch wrestling and might have a certain opinion of it, after they watch it, even if they still don't want to ever watch it or still have their own opinion for it, what is the one thing you hope they take away from this documentary?
That's a better question than I
My intro.
It is. Yeah, I think because like, if people don't like what we do and they're adamant about, I don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to fucking like it. You don't have to watch it. And if someone watches this documentary and is still dismissive towards it, I don't know, to me, you're like, something's wrong in your fucking soul. Because like, you know, people love fucking football, they're gonna play football, give their life devoted to it. Like, this is all what we'd like to do. We've devoted our lives to it, you know, physically and mentally, put our families through it. Like, this is a lot. And if you know, we're fucking human beings just like everybody else. Just like you guys sitting out there. You know, the only difference is we're fucking in here and we're entertainers. And we're fucking making sure you guys are getting your money's worth, just like you fucking pay to fucking go watch a football game or go watch a fucking stand-up comedy act or whatever it is. But we're fucking human beings that have families. You know, we got feelings, we emotions. You know, we all feel those fucking same things. So like, you know, we're human beings too. You know, we're not fucking, you know, animals. We're not fucking, you know, the nicest people I've come across in my life has been in the wrestling business and this genre of the wrestling business. I've bled and fought with each and every one of these guys. They're your fucking brothers, they're your family, and I trust these guys more than I fucking trust my own fucking, you know, shoot blood family. You know, so, and, you know, if they're still dismissive after watching a great documentary like that really breaks it down individually, what this means to, you know, certain people, why they're fucking doing it, you know, something's just fucking, there's something wrong with fucking you. Fuck you, you know? Fuck them. Because there's, you know, we're doing what we love to do. We ain't fucking harming and doing no harm to nobody.
Like they still don't get it, but I understand such and such. Like that's on me. Like, what do you hope that they take away from that? Like, okay, I still maybe not get it, but this documentary showed me this, and this.
Well, in that aspect, you know, great. You know, good. Hopefully you take something of it, and you know, we're just, like I said, we're like everybody else. It's just, you know, what we do is a little bloody, a little crazy, and you know, again, you don't have to fucking watch it. You don't gotta fucking shout it out. You don't gotta fucking, you know, promote it. You know, but you know, we're fucking human beings too at the end of the day.
You did your best. Yeah, I have to follow it. I feel like no matter what, people are always going to be dismissive of it because it is like this really ugly subgenre to wrestling, which already isn't, you know, a cool thing to like anyway. But I feel like taking something away from that documentary, I hope that people who would watch it, even if they're still going to dismiss it, even if they're still going to think it's a bunch of fucking malarkey, are at least going to see like the passion that guys like, you know, all of us put into the passion of guys like Pondo and John Wayne Murdoch. And they'll at least kind of respect that, I hope, a little bit more. I think no matter what, people are still going to push off something like what we do, because it's not every day you see people roll around in barbed wire and broken glass and hit each other with weed whackers and you know, let's be honest, dumb shit like that. But we all have a passion for it, and I don't think anybody can take that away, and if they want to dismiss it still, I mean, that's on them, but I hope at least they see kind of the passion behind it, the passion that everybody here puts into it, and it's not just us going, hey, we got nothing else to do, why don't we go out and fucking name ourselves, but it's, hey, we all fucking love what we do, and we love everybody who supports that.
I don't know what to say. Same shit as the.
I think people will spend a lot more money seeing Jimmy fuck himself instead of. Blow himself, excuse me.
Blow.
But I'll watch either of them.
I think the biggest thing is obviously everything in the world that we do is subjective. It's going to be to that person, you know what I mean? Like, whether they take it in or not, I mean, you've all met complete assholes that no matter what you show them or no matter how they view it, they're just not going to see it, you know, whatever way you're trying to see it. So that's tough. But the people that are open to it, I think what they're going to see, if anything, is you guys. The whole reason we're doing any of this and it even matters is the fact that you guys are coming to fucking see it. So if they see anything, it's the fact that there's a demographic for it. Like, there's people that want to come and watch this shit. And whether it's treated, you know, how we treat it, which is we, you know, respect the fuck out of you guys coming to watch this shit. So we want you guys to get fucking your money's worth. You guys on that documentary are showing nothing but full fucking support in everything we do. We talk about the fucking weapons you bring, even though they're sometimes unrealistic. But I think it shows that the support is there for some. If they can't at least see that, if they can't see past that, then they're fucking hopeless. But I think if anything, it does show that there's a market for this. And if you're not open to that, then you're closed-minded.
You know, I gotta thank every single person that has ever cheered me, that has ever, you know, bought a ticket to watch me bleed and brawl. I've been doing this for 23 years, which is longer than Jimmy here has been alive. And that's not a slight, he's the future of this shit, but I'm an old guy doing this shit. And the reason why you know, the one person that I wish I could have turned around was my mother. Because my mother, you know, my brother who passed away a long time ago, he was my biggest fan and supporter, and losing him was like the biggest blow in my life. And you know, my mother doesn't understand that even after all the injuries, all the scars, almost dying from this with the collapsed lung and all this shit, and I keep telling her I keep coming back, she just doesn't understand. And the fact that I got my son involved in it, she doesn't understand. But the fact of the matter is, and this is a shoot, I love this more than I love myself, and I love this more than I love life itself. So this is, being here in front of you, sitting next to them, is what keeps me fucking breathing, and that's a fucking shoot.
So my question is kind of piggybacking off of G. Raver's comment about the absurd weapons that fans will sometimes bring. Where do each of you draw the line between when you're like, you know, this is really gonna suck, but I'll take it, versus, hell no, I'm not taking that?
I think it's the oldest guy here, and probably the stupidest guy here, because I'm doing this the longest. But you know, when me and Schlack did the match with, it was me and Wax versus Schlack and Van, there was so much crazy shit. There was a fucking, a light tube dick with the fucking thin skinny tubes. There was a thing with like 10-inch skewers, and Schlack and Dan skewered the life out of me, and you know, if it's usable, I'll use it, man. You know, in eternal gratitude to the fans that want to sit there and conjure up all this nonsense in their head that, you know, they want us to use, and I would be willing to use almost anything and everything that they bring, as long as it's not going to kill me. But, you know, he'll tell you, I'm willing to use anything. I'm just dumb.
To kind of put it in perspective, like a scenario, like presented to any of us, I think, in this scenario. Not to say that we all wouldn't sit here and be like, oh, okay, and say the same thing, like, oh, that's fine. When I was in Japan, Kasai had made this tubes, it was like tubes, and then like hatchets across the tubes. All these hatchets sticking up. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, oh shit. Like, what's gonna go on here? And then I'm thinking in my head, you know, maybe we'll figure out a way to use it or tease it or however we're gonna do it. But I was pretty open to the idea. But the thing that instilled in every single one of our minds, and we, like I said, we would have done it the same way, is him simply saying, I did it, it's okay. And I said, are you, okay, cool, you did it, well, I'll do it too. You know, it's kind of like this almost convincing thing where you know it looks dangerous, but if they did it too, you kind of put yourself in that place where you're like, if they did it too, then why the fuck wouldn't I? What separates me from that, you know what I mean? And there's obviously stuff that's gonna be like that, that are gonna be like, fuck no, but I think we'd all mutually say, like, fuck no.
Big dick contest?
I got a spoon, I'm out. I'm out.
You'll do that? Okay, I'll do that too. And light it on fire. Or how many beers did I drink?
I'll do that.
Same with like Schlack and G-Raver said, like, if you've seen someone else do it, you kind of just assume in your head, like, oh, he did it, he's alive, so I'll do that too. Like, we all try to keep topping each other, and when you look at a weapon that a fan brought, like, to me, like, I feel like, okay, they spent their time, their money to make that fucking weapon and bring it here, so I kind of want to use it, and as long as it looks like it's not gonna fucking kill me, yeah, I know it's gonna fucking suck, but as long as I'm not gonna be fucking bleeding out and dying, then I'm probably gonna use the fucking weapon.
Yeah, kind of going off what Raver said, where there's been times where I was like, oh, I'm not fucking doing that. And then 2 minutes later, I'm like, yeah, no, fucking put me through this head first, and let's do this now. When I first wanted to do like deathmatch stuff, I remember being like, I don't want to do gusset plates, that shit's gross. And now I have fresh gussets in my fucking arm from last week. And the first time I actually wrestled in this building against Matt Tremont here, we were trying to come up with a finish, which is like pre-planned ending to the match. I don't think I'm counting any tales out of school here. And I was like, hey Matt, could you fucking DVD me onto the stereo system with a little rapid gusset plates? And Matt's like, no, dude, that's a little much for right now. Since then, I've taken plenty of gusset plates. But like, kind of going off what Raver said, there's been times where it's like, no, I'm not doing that. And then you go, you know what? Other people do it. I can do it too. You know?
Like, when I did the scissors the second time at TOS, I didn't really want to do it because of what happened with Takeda, but fucking neck, dude. But me and Raver were looking at it, I went up to Raver, I was like, oh, they have scissors back there. And he was like, looking at it, he's like, you kind of have to do it. I don't really want to, he was like, then like, I looked at the event shirt and I had scissors in my hand. I was like, fuck, I gotta do it now. And we were trying to think of something that like I would be fine with, and like original idea was like a meteor, like the double knees that G-Raver does while I'm holding it, and he would have came down on top of me. And I was like, I don't know about that. Let's just do the 619 because I thought it'd be all right. And then it happens, I got fucking scissors all the way down my arm.
But also barefoot stuff.
That's all I had. Yeah, we do, we've done it. I haven't. But yeah, there's the one thing I haven't done was barefoot fucking death matches. It would take some talking and some money. Done everything else, I'll do it fucking again because I fucking love doing it. It's gonna hurt, it's part of the game.
As someone who watches death matches as well, fuck barefoot matches. There is nothing good about barefoot matches. It's just, it all looks gross and I hate it. We got time for one more question, guys.
Okay, I know you've all been doing this for a long time. I was wondering if you kind of remember what like your first big like death match or hardcore bump, whatever you want to call it, like what your first big bump was and what your thoughts were after you did. Like if you just took it, you're like, well, this fucking sucks. Like, you know, or if the adrenaline took over and you're just like, oh, this is great, I want more, you know?
I'm thinking.
So the first thing I ever did that was more than just like a chair shot or getting slammed on the ground was a thumbtack bat from one Daniel DeMonto. And I remember when it happened, well, this fucking sucks, but this is what I wanted to do for I don't even know how long at that point. And then the other, I guess, kind of stepping up even more, the first time I did a pane of glass, shocking enough, was with Matt Tremont. The Gathering of the Juggalos like 5 years ago. And I had never done it before, and I just acted like I had. And so that way I wouldn't be worried. And then I went through it, and immediately it blew like strips of skin off the back of my head, which Matt at about 4 in the morning was super gluing back into my head by a cell phone light. But yeah, that was like the first real fucking thing I did. And again, it was just kind of one of those things where it was, well, this is what I wanted to do. Can't really turn back now because I told everybody this is what I'm gonna do. But in the long run, I still love it. I don't regret anything about that, including pulling glass out of that head like a half a year later while I was sitting at a desk at work.
Second death match I ever had was against Danny Havoc, which was Carnage Cup, and I took the superplex off the top onto a shopping cart. And so, technically my first death match. The week before, I had my first hardcore match against Voxxx. Next week, first one against Danny, first death match. Real fucking death match with glass and everything against Danny. And, you know, coming up with a big fucking finish. And we just had the shopping cart. And I'm like, oh, superplex off the top. It would be cool. It's gonna suck. But it's, you know, it's gonna get the job done and pop the crowd. And, you know, luckily fucking my momentum took me forward, so I didn't just fucking hit Blade. My momentum took me forward, did a little fucking Bubba Dudley cell and fucking flare flop to the front. But yeah, I mean, it hurts, it all hurts, but that was my first like big bump that I remember of.
I have a couple things. Well, my first death match was with Nate Hatred, rest in peace. Going into that, wasn't really afraid of the light tubes and barbed wire and shit. What I was most worried about was because Nate Hatred's a fucking monster, I was worried about him like legit fucking me up. But he was cool as fucking shit and he made sure that I looked good, which was fucking awesome because he didn't even have to do that. But in my second death match, one of the scariest things was with this guy at Dojo Wars when he fucking gave me a fucking, the fucking pile driver off the apron through a door with thumbtacks on it. And I almost fucking broke my neck because I didn't get up on the first one. And then he was just like, fuck you, and he just jumped and went. Thank God I was okay, but one more thing. My third death match was a no-rope barbed wire match. And first spot in the match, I went into the barbed wire, and the barbed wire snapped. And I went straight to the floor. That was pretty fucking crazy for my third death match.
Oh man. To take it back a little bit, I wanted to, at one point, take a break from wrestling. I kind of hurt my back, and I did that somewhere in fucking West Virginia, and I just felt like shit, and I just knew I had to take some time off because it was actually like causing my performance to be kind of on the low. And I just felt like, man, if I'm taking these small bumps in the ring, and the tiny stuff is hurting like I'm doing the big stuff, there's a fucking problem. If I'm taking a clothesline and I'm bumping and fuck, and it's hurting like the way it is, I'm like, I need to take some time off. So right before I was getting ready to do that, VOW was supposed to be like one of my last shows for a while, which I took six months off. And they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna be in there with Masada in a 2,000 light tubes surrounding the ring and all this crazy shit. And I'm like, this was my first time doing tubes or glass, anything like that. I'd done barbed wire, I did barbed wire with Matt and stuff a few times, and stuff like that, but nothing to this degree as far as glass was concerned. But we're back there calling the match, and in almost no hesitation whatsoever, he presented to me, hey, how about we do a power bomb over the top rope into some glass and shit? And I was like, yep, let's do it. Because, I thought about it and I was like, man, this will be a moment, man. If I take that bump, I'm like, this will be insane. So I was so open to that, like, so quickly. And even though I was taking time off, it was that moment of realizing, like, that's when you really have somebody else's fucking, your shit in their hands, man. And you gotta kind of trust them. And at this point, he's probably the only guy I would ever let do that. He's done that to me now, like, two times he's thrown me over the ring. 2 different heights of ring, too. A ring like this at CZW, and then that was a smaller pony ring in that one, but still, it's a power bomb over the top rope. Like, over the top rope to the floor, who does that? How often do you see something like that? So I was like, yeah, we gotta fucking do this. But one thing I want to go, and maybe this might not be that directly, it's just one I want to mention, just the overall, just the first, I think, realization of, holy shit, what we just did was absolute fucking perfect to me. That's hard to say in wrestling because nothing's ever really that perfect. But to me, it holds as a memory and the greatest feeling, one of the greatest feelings I've ever had. And that was fucking Atlantic City and me and fucking Matt Tremont, we fucking killed it.
Oh, yeah. To me, not so much what hurt me in a match, but just the realization of how far I've come and what this meant to me was when on March 9th, 2000, I get to a building in Ramsey, New Jersey, and a homicide who trained me a few years prior to this was waiting for me outside the venue and grabbed me by the ear and said, we have to go in now. And I said, what the hell's going on? I thought it was an emergency. And he takes me to the lineup card, and I read the lineup card, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And if you guys heard the story before, I was obviously influenced 100% by Ian and Axel Rotten. They were the reason why I decided to chase this deathmatch dream. And just a couple of years after watching their video, I'm standing in that building in Ramsey, looking at the sheet, and the match is Homicide and Lowlife Louie tag team versus Ian and Axel Rotten. And that's when I said, motherfucker, these dreams do fucking come true because of this shit. And, living proof that that's the reason why I do this. And the second one, obviously walking out, 900 people cheating my name in the Elks Lodge. And I'm standing in the ring and, Pink Floyd plays, End of Days, One of These Days, whatever it's called. And Abby is walking through the curtain. And as I'm standing, across the ring, waiting for Abby to hit the ring so I can attack him, I literally was basically busting a nut in my pants because to me that was the ultimate childhood dream, wrestling Abdullah the Butcher, 1,000 people cheering, and that's what this deathmatch wrestling has done for me. It's basically made every single dream in my life come true.
Now, I can't think of anything illustrious or exciting as these gentlemen, what they just said. But I can think of one thing that would probably beat all that, and that would be Jimmy Lloyd blowing himself. Maybe you will see that tonight at H2O's Hustlemania 2.
Yeah!
Jimmy Lloyd main event.
Guys, give it up one more time for our panelists. And on behalf of Jeff Waldridge, I want to thank you guys all for coming out and participating in the world premiere event of Hardway. We're back later on tonight, 8 o'clock bell time for H2O Hustlemania 2, and we hope to see you all there. One more thing. Guys, Jeff put so much heart and so much time into this.
Oh, thanks, dude. It was enough. I just showed up.
He put so much heart and time into all this stuff, and the basic thing I want to say here is that he's going to arrive at some point, and then at some point we're going to set up a merch table, me and him together and stuff, and whatever it is, and if you guys feel up for it, or you do want to purchase the DVD or Blu-ray, he's going to have them. It would help him out a lot because he has put, like I said, a lot of his own money and his own time into this. And if that was worth your fucking money, I'm sure it was, because it was worth fucking any of mine. Just please go over and see him. At least tell him how you felt about it, if anything, too, because he did want to be here to see a lot of your reactions and see how you responded to it. So please just show him some love when he arrives. Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Shit. Damn it. Oh, that hurt. Fuck. Yeah, I'm good. My bad. I'm old and fat, alright?
You're drunk is what you want.
No, I'm not drunk yet. I'm getting there now.
We will see you in a little bit. Doors open at 7:30.
Hustlemania. So look who arrived fashionably late to his premiere of his film Hardway, The Legacy of Deathmatch Wrestling.
What a day.
Jeff Waldridge, what's up, man?
Not much.
Everything went well.
I'm glad you filmed the panel because I didn't get to be on it. So.
There's no way I could have missed that. They did great. Everybody killed it, man. They had some great questions, man. It was awesome.
Cool. That's great. Appreciate
I got you. Everybody loved it, man. They were clapping the reactions. I got some reactions, but not as many as he would like.
Sent me the video, and he was like, "Hey, this is the end." So
they loved it, dude. Everybody loved it, dude. They were laughing. People were like a little emotional.
That's my favorite part. I like to watch other people enjoying it.
Oh, I know. I bet you did. I was so bummed. I was like, man, I wish I would have just set up a hard cam so you could just watch everybody's reaction, dude.
Well,
that shit happens, dude.
American Airlines sucks.
Yep.
So I was delayed for hours, and craziest thing, they said the plane was actually broke in Alabama, I think, and they didn't have a mechanic at the airport, so they had to drive them in for an hour and a half, and then they finally got the plane to Charlotte and then on to Lexington. I got on it, and we're here, so we'll be here for the main show, I guess.
That's all that matters, man. You're here. I mean, at least you're here.
People can get DVDs and
exactly.
got them all. So.
Let me see the cover of this before I.
Let's pull one right out.
Yeah, I want to show everybody what this is. Because I was going to end it after the panel and show the video, but I was like, oh shit, there's not a copy here.
Straight out. Blu-ray version.
Blu-ray version, huh? Oh yeah. Get yourself a copy of that shit, man. Where can we find it at?
www.hardwayfilm.com. And I'll ship them out myself, so you'll get it quickly.
Well, like I was saying, I was very impressed with it, and I think anybody that's a deathmatch wrestling fan, it's a must have.
A lot of people have said it's very thorough and in-depth, so I appreciate that because that's what I wanted. I wanted to kind of show every little segment of it. So.
All right, so anybody watching, buy that fucking shit.
That's right. Check it out. Support the cause.
Goddamn right. Thank you, Jeff.
I gotta get that Roadrunner shit that they did with captains and everything.
Jimmy Chanda, wait, where you go, Chanda? Chando's got some bad shit going on. Chando, wait, Chando. Did you tell him what's going on?
No, I didn't. He's gonna look over. It's all the way on the other side. So this is what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna start doing circles around the building and tell him. Because I don't even call him the cops.
Whose car did you steal?
Gigi's. He left the fucking door unlocked and the keys in the ignition.
He's out here looking for his car. He's like, where the fuck is my car at? Someone stole my car.
That's bad.
Gigi's like, where's my car? Somebody stole it. Boost. Chando stole that
shit. No.
So wait, what happened?
Well, my car is not fucking here.
Do you have any suspicions of where it is?
I mean, considering Chando just sprinted over there.
Yeah, he don't run, so I mean.
I'll get him back for you tonight.
I hope Mitch kills you, Chando.
It's alright, we just watched the Hardway documentary and he wasn't in it, but Captain Dave was, so I mean.
Yeah, at least Captain Dave made it over Chando.
Chando right now, he's over there somewhere in Gigi's car, but I think he's in there masturbating. That's what he's doing right now. You know what masturbating is? At your age, you know what that is? At 11? Kids today. So Chando just rode by the little red car. I missed it. Damn it. Everybody saw it though.
Oh, damn it.
Don't leave your door unlocked and your keys in the ignition, asshole!
He's just riding it around in circles now.
If I were you,
you should fuck him up.
You have insurance, right?
I lost mine, I'm good.
Around like 10 times.
You're giving me $10 fucking dollars. Still driving.
Chando doesn't have $10 to spare, man.
He had no idea it was his car. He just saw there was keys in the ignition and said, hey, let's fucking go.
Sounds like Chando.
Disrespect, I swear.
I mean, he's rude.
Gigi, I got a good story to tell you. Back in the day, my friends used to pull my car around when I worked at Vinny's Pizza in Delanco. And they'd be like, I pull it from the back to the front. Well, one day I came out there and I thought they were pranking me. I left my keys in the car. My car got stolen and dumped into Rancocas Creek and lit on fire. So, no joke, dude. And I only had fucking liability. Still going, dude.
I tell you, go get it.
Right turn. What am I gonna do?
Hold on, did we put the names on
sprint after? We're just gonna drive faster.
Maybe it won't unless you try it.
Don't ever leave your keys there. Don't. It's not worth it, man. Seriously, take it from me. I learned the hard way. I learned the hard way. Oh, look at that. Like the film we watched tonight. The hard way. Already trying to promote a match here. Gigi versus Chando here. Car keys on a pole match here. Unbelievable. Chando, you're a dick. Alright, so he parked all the way over there and he just...
Look at him! Chando, give me my fucking car! Oh no.
Don't worry, I'll get
Matt, Chando took Gigi's car and rode it all around the corner.
Oh my god.
Trust me, I'm the kind of person that gets you funny. Do not leave your car unlocked with the keys.
Easy, calm down.
Car keys on a pole match coming up next. Gigi versus Jimmy Chando line.
Gigi, I'm trying to tell you where your car is. It's behind this building.
So you're good. Oh, you're making him go. You're fucked up.
Chando was just trying to teach Gigi a lesson. You do not leave your keys in your car
With
unlocked. You know, anything.
Keys in the ignition with the door unlocked. It's a life lesson.
And like I was just saying to Gigi, I said my car literally was stolen.
He's
by delivering
legitimately
food.
mad right now.
Oh, yeah, he's pissed.
So pissed.
He's fired the fuck
But
up.
you know what? He'll never do that same thing again. He'll never leave his car unlocked with the keys in the ignition.
Well, we should hope not. At least not when you're around.
If not, I'm just going to take the car and just drive it straight into the wall. But legit.
That's what the kids did with my car when they stole it. They tried to fucking...
Because they set it on fire.
No, they tried to slide it across the Rancocas Creek and it was frozen. And it hit a tree on the other side and caught on fire. And fucking they just let it burn, dude. And I got a call at like 2 in the morning, like, oh yeah, we found your car. It was like an older Lexus. Like, a Lexus was on fire out here. And I was like, oh my God, I just wanted to cry. I was like, no, I had liability. Got nothing for it, dude.
You know
Lost
how you can
everything.
tell how upset he is? When I was walking back, he said, yeah, it was funny the first time you drove around. I was like, I drove like 4 times.
Yeah, I know, he saw you kept going. Oh, okay, cut.
Lift the door.
The preparation that goes into these matches. Safety is always the #1 priority here at H2O.
This is 10 times better.
Oh, you guys are in for a treat later. Oh.
OSHA-approved device. The problem is...
All right, no spoilers. I just met Pedro here. We were just talking about how we want to see this. This is going to be great. We want to see this.
We need to see this.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, man. And I'm going to be right here with my cerveza. Where the fuck is it? I'm going to be sitting there.
Use that white chair Eric's got. Okay. You put the seat out. Sit on the top of the seat.
Oh, I just came to use the bathroom at the H2O Center. Pedro's friend over here. I'm not sure where they're from or I mean what company they work for, but I know they did H2O's the student shows on Monday. Damn, he blew this fucking bathroom up, man. Damn! Jimmy was just standing up at the top of that ladder. So somebody is jumping off the top of that ladder at one point tonight. Spoiler alert. The moments that make up the top days. Cheers, book. He got the 16 ounce, I got the 12 ounce. What are the weeds? So they grow tall and strong, like a beer. Alright, so during the Hardway film, Boogie Rags had these actually there.
Last time he got remotivated.
From, I think it was NGI 2, I believe, from what I remember. It was something I filmed of you. And now we're here. And Stretch gonna eat some of them fish, man.
Put it to the test.
They're delicious. Ate them.
I'm a legend.
Oh, yummy.
What you want? I'm good, thanks. Karen, you ready?
Boogie Rags don't fuck around.
Mental freaking God.
Yeah.
Good.
H2O. H2O Wrestling Academy. The H2O Wrestling Center, the Kevin Hogan Memorial Hall. September 28th, 2019, we are here at Hustlemania 2. It was a year and 6 months ago today that H2O had its second year anniversary show. Mance Warner, Tremont, Louie and Schlack, many more. But tonight, it's about what the new breed brings. 4-way action tonight. Lowlife Louie, Dan O'Hare, Sean Henderson, a reborn Sean Henderson, and Drew Blood. H2O hybrid title on the line. A 305 Haas competitor. In his own words, Chuck Payne goes against the notorious scumbag Devin Moore. Team Blackout. Robin Marino and Ruckus versus What the Fuck. I don't know what that's supposed to stand for. I know what it stands for, but Ron Mathis and his bitches have another name. It's What the Fuck versus Blackout. Ruckus and Robin Marino. Jeff Cannonball and Mitch Vallen versus Chando and Marc Angel for the H2O Tag Team Championships. You know, Marc Angel and Chando have been running their mouth lately. How Chando gets all the bitches. Chando, I get more bitches than you. You don't gotta, you don't gotta blow yourself up. What do we have? Oh my God. We have another 4-way. 4-way H2O Wrestling Academy presents Dyln McKay, Marcus Mathers, Kristian Ross, and Johnny Nova. 4 of the upcoming students in H2O Wrestling present what they know what they're doing. And in this ring tonight, they prove to themselves why they belong on the main roster. What else? What else? What else we have? H2O title. The king of the scumbag, the king of the forever, Ron Mathis, was up against your reigning champion, Lucky 13, who's held the title since last December. Even though, like, last show in July, Ron Mathis decided to claim that H2O was his. But you see, the fact of the matter is this. Ron Mathis is nothing without his What the Fuck crew. Okay?
We're doing a fucking promo.
What else do we have? What else do we have? The Extricated.
The masturbated.
Bam! Aiden and Mouse have been clawing in the H2O locker room, have been striving for their opportunities. I get it, you held the tag titles. I get it, you did this, you did that, okay? But the fact of the matter is this. You guys have claimed to be the best tag team in H2O wrestling history. You're no longer the tag champs. You couldn't get the job done at King of the No Ring. You couldn't even get the job done in the finals of Hardcore Kingdom. Tonight you go against Stockade and Matt Tremont. You know, what happened with G-Raver was a tragedy. After coming off of a long tour of Japan and wrestling in Chicago, G-Raver got injured. G-Raver, I've spoken to him. Me and him are very close. I love the guy with all my heart. Me and him have spoken, you know. He won't be back in action for a long time. So tonight, it's up to Tremont and Stockade to finally get rid of H2O's pain in the neck, thorn in H2O's back, the Extricated. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else. I don't think so. I think we covered it all. But tonight, either way, if I forgot something or not.
You're going to see it on this
This is
fucking vlog.
H2O. This is where it's at. We are the top company in South Jersey today. Whether you like it or not, H2O is the rising company here. We've been to North Carolina, we've traveled the world, had deathmatch tournaments, done everything in our power to become what is best. I get it, you got GCW, CZW, OPW, but you know what? H2O is now on top. And guess what? If you're not fucking here, go fuck yourself.
You might have produced Maria, but she's not here anymore.
Damn, I just blew this bitch up. Oh my god.
They're like ducking out all right
Louie, where you going with that bat? Who the fuck you beating up, dude?
Beating up this guy named TJ. You know,
this guy named TJ? Yeah, I don't know him. I heard he's an asshole.
I heard he was the biggest dick in the world.
Yeah, me too. He's a fucking dick. Working hard.
Never. Hardly working. What you talking about? My panties are so wet right now. You knew this shit.
All right. Doors are opening here. Wristbands have already been handed out.
Yeah.
Everybody's going up in this bitch. Yeah. Who are you drinking? Fucking White Claw?
I'm trying to. I don't know. I'm not.
You are.
Yeah, for the first time.
It's not that bad, but it's like
it's like
it's overrated. It's expensive.
Drink a beer like a man.
You literally just get seltzer water and add vodka to it. It's like better than that. What the hell?
Well, I'm not gonna drink it again.
God damn, Dave C. Russell, I'm very disappointed in you.
But I will drink my Coors Light.
Yeah, whatever. Cheers, brother. Enjoy, man.
He gives me a powder. Yeah. Okay. He gives you a powder.
I figured have him hit you.
Oh, hello. Sorry, Sean.
Have him hit you. They won, but it was done. The Rangers. Fans of
All right, I'm with G-Raver after the Hardway documentary, The Legacy of Deathmatch Wrestling. And we were just discussing how amazing the film was, and Jeff absolutely killed it in what he did. And we were just discussing how I actually had a part of it, like the 15 minutes or so I think I had in there footage, and the moment I shot of you during GCW's Tournament of Survival 4, when you literally were knocked out cold and you just see your eyes and you were knocked out, and it was terrifying. And I'm thankful that you actually told him to contact me and to get this footage in there, because it really brought to the film a lot. It did. It really made the like you were saying, it was silent in there. People are just like,
it was quiet as fuck. It was the quietest it had ever been in the whole viewing, and that's what's kind of crazy, like to look at it that way. But the biggest factor was that obviously we showed something that you filmed that not a lot of people get to see, which was the aftermath, which was the behind the curtains, like me fucking up the year, the president, all kinds of what holiday just passed, tons of other shit. Like even just that small segment there, I think that did it justice as far as the the possibility of what can happen sometimes in deathmatch wrestling, and that was like the most like quiet shit.
Yeah, like Connor Claxton said during the film, he said that like this literally could just happen. Like I could literally have my throat slit at any moment from barbed wire or something. And it's just
and it's true.
It is. It's true.
I mean, obviously, now there's this, but like, this is a testament to obviously what you know going in. I knew everything going in. I knew this could happen. Like that's not the thing that's not people think we don't think about.
You know the risk every time you go in there.
Right. So like for anybody to ever think that there's that there's not that thought, we're trying to take care of each other, but in some cases, sometimes the fucking proper placement. This could happen with a wrestling move. It could happen tonight. I'm not jinxing it, but I'm just saying it could happen in any fucking moment, and people don't realize that. And there's a lot of ill-placed things, and no one's to blame.
Not at all. And with a tournament like that, when you have to go in there 3 times,
right?
I mean, it could have been such a simple thing. I mean, you hit hard. I didn't really see your head hit because the barbed wire hit my camera and knocked that out of my hands when it snapped.
The camera rolled.
Yeah, it just kept rolling. I'm glad it didn't turn off. And I'm sorry that I filmed you down the ground.
No, don't be sorry, because I mean, and I said this earlier to you, but this is what it's, at this point, it's what it's worth, because if there's going to be footage of it, like, fuck, there's footage of it. Because if it helps, I don't even care if it helps the fucking DVD sale at this point, and that's what some of the appeal is. And some people, they buy it for that reason. But it's not that they're, a fucked up person for viewing it. It's just that they kind of are curious to what happened, and that's the way to show it. If there's any way to show it, that was the biggest fucking way to show it.
Like you were saying, it was quiet in there.
It was quiet as fuck.
Even me, I still
felt
silent,
awkward because I was sitting there watching. Dude. You never want to watch yourself.
No, not at all.
But
especially not that.
Hearing nothing, and I'm like, oh shit! Like this is pulling on some heartstrings. So this is kind of crazy, and I got chills from watching it. You know what I mean? Because I knew how crazy that was.
Yeah, when I first watched it at my place, he sent me the online link, and I had chills and so many emotions, tears, laughter, and I loved how he captured it all. He did such a great job. This is definitely the top deathmatch wrestling documentary I've ever seen.
100%, because I mean, there's some fucking garbage out there.
Oh, well,
it just makes us look like absolute assholes.
Yeah, it makes you look barbaric, like idiots, dude.
Right.
And you guys aren't like that.
And it's not. And I think that if there isn't to come away from all this, even on the the casual wrestling fan side, if you're not viewing this and not saying, you know what, there looks like there is a market for this in some way, shape, or form, or saying that the fans look dedicated to it, you're clearly there's something wrong with you. And I mean, I know people like that. I know people you could show anything to, and they'll still be like, oh, it's garbage, blah blah blah. But there's just no helping those people. But the people that are just casual viewers that just never maybe took a step into that realm, if it at all leaves you at least with the fact that there is a supportive fucking group of people, because I've felt in the past week, 2 weeks, the most support I've ever felt from anything. And I've fractured my skull before that, and I didn't feel, that kind of support. So,
well, we fucking love you. You're one of the good ones, dude. We know
appreciate
that, man.
It, man.
And honestly, who's to say, the difference between regular professional wrestling between deathmatch wrestling? There's just as high risk, if not more, in regular professional wrestling. I mean, you guys go through tube sheets of glass, you get to know it pretty well. I mean, but then a simple suplex, over and over again, you guys are doing that as well, which is crazy shit. And then people are going to bash it and say, oh, this is horrible, they're damaging their body. But dude, the bangs into the mat over and over and over again, in one little botched spot, you've seen it happen so many times, and people die. Literally, nobody's died from deathmatch wrestling. Only people have died from regular professional wrestling, and that's a fact right there.
Which is kind of crazy.
It's crazy to say that.
And we're aware of that, and the fans are aware of that. At least people that know, or obviously more recently the Rey Mysterio and incident in Mexico and all that stuff. It's if you don't have that awareness to it, you got to be aware of the fact that at any point, it doesn't matter who it is or what it is, they could fucking hurt themselves, and they could get injured. They could there could be death involved, and I hope not. I never wish death on anybody. So, fuck you, Cornette.
Yeah, I agree. Fuck you, Cornette. Well, the statistics are you have more than likely getting injured in a car accident on your way to the show than you do in the actual ring, and that's a 100% fact.
No, it is. We are aware of taking care of each other. This is not. Don't ever get that wrong.
And I've witnessed it. Me doing these vlogs for a long time. I've literally seen it where the cameras aren't focused on it, and the second somebody's really hurt, the opponents, the staff, the fans, everyone is immediately, like Jeff said during the film, like that one time with him and Schlack, and he was like out, dude, and he just felt like he stood up and he got down on one knee. Like everybody was calling for the EMT. I remember screaming for his name to come out there, and because we care, we know that know the difference between what's going on there, man.
Tom Lawyer was the one that called the ambulance for me. You know what I mean? Like he, and you know, he didn't even take credit for that. He called an ambulance, and I didn't even obviously take the ambulance when I was in Chicago when I slipped my armpit. But like Tom Lawyer, like was looking out for me. You know what I mean? Like, don't get it fucking twisted, people. We all fucking care about each other. We all love each other. Like, don't ever think that it's not that, because it is.
Well, that's what I think Jeff captured. He's just showing the real true
100%.
side. I loved how he ended it with this everybody goofing off at the end.
Yeah.
It was great, man.
It was awesome. I would just, if anybody, you know, wants to take a view of it, or they, you know, I don't even give a fuck if you're into deathmatch wrestling. Just watch it for the wrestling's sake.
That's exactly what everybody's saying.
Is 100% behind this. There isn't, just because it's just deathmatch and there's that element, doesn't mean that it doesn't portray wrestling, because I guarantee you if Jeff made the same fucking documentary with just wrestling and no deathmatch wrestling, it wouldn't be any fucking different in the fact of, you know, us being people and us, you know, caring about each other and fucking wanting the best out of the results of everything to make money. And to
we all couldn't agree more.
Right.
Exactly what some of us were talking about outside, man. Yeah. We talked about it for a while outside the film. We were all like excited. It was so nice to see all, like I had a chance to see it beforehand because I helped out with the footage and stuff.
Right.
But everybody had just seen it for the first time. Was that your first time seeing it today? Or?
No.
You did actually?
Surprisingly, I'd seen it before.
Okay, so you were prepared today. Okay.
Right. So I was.
Well, that's another reason why I shared
knew
that.
It was coming up, but
that
the
clip
people
of you
that didn't see it, like.
That's why I shared that clip, because I was like, this is intense. I was like, I think he needs to see this before he's there. I don't want to see you crying like or anybody. Like, I was like, this needs to get posted. And I was like, I know I felt bad. And Jeff was like, no, it's fine. He's like, give him something. I was like, they need to see this. I was like, if this doesn't put asses in the seats or people want to buy this, like this alone is just like.
I think the biggest thing, and like you said too, was for me it was seeing the faces of the people that knew, and that in itself, I just want to point that out. How many of you people have a show that you're on that maybe, I don't care, it doesn't have to be that scenario, it doesn't have to be some terrible fucking event that happens that hurts somebody or whatever, but how many people are talking about the show weeks later and they sit there and they think about it and they ponder about what the fuck actually happened, and then they see the footage, and then when they know what happened, they were like, there's some people sunken in their chairs as soon as that footage came up. Like, people knew what the fuck it was.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that people knew, like, what it was before it even began, before they even knew what they were about to see, means something to me. Like, it means they were fucking paying attention and they were watching. So I don't care the amount of people or not. It's some emotional shit.
It definitely was, man.
Yeah.
Well, gee, I fucking love you to death, man. I think we're about to start this show. Was it H2O Hustlemania 2, man? And I wish you were on this car right now. But, you know, you take care of your health first. You'll be back in there again soon, you know what I mean? I think they got a replacement in there for you, you know what I mean?
They do.
Got your benefit show next week. We're all going to be here and support the fuck out of you.
Dude, I'm pumped.
Going to be a dope-ass match.
I'm excited just because of everybody I've seen on that poster, man.
Dude, we fucking love you, dude. You're the fucking man, dude.
Love it.
Well, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go in there and try to shoot what I can ringside like I did with you, man.
Kill it, man.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man.
I love you, Jay.
Love you, man.
Hardway Documentary.
Yeah.
The legacy of deathmatch wrestling. Crazy, right?
So
I hope that shit blows the fuck.
Dude, so fucking good.
Oh, dude, so good.
So good.
All right, what's going on, everyone? Today is Saturday, September 28th, 2019, and we are here at H2O Hustlepalooza 2? Hustlemania? Wait, is it Hustlemania? I'm sorry. Hustlepalooza, Hustlemania. I get that shit mixed up. But Hustlemania 2, Louie already introduced the card. We're going to go in there. And this kid's still paying his dues. What you got to say to everybody out there in the future? Who you going to fight? Who's your first opponent going to be?
I don't know.
Oh, come on. Just call out a name.
Nothing face.
Nothing face. All right, you heard it there. Stretch. I mean, nothing face. right, cut. All right, we'll see you in there. Let's go. H2, fuck it out. Yo, open the fuck up. I gotta take a shit. Did you blow it up?
No, I was taking inappropriate pictures.
Oh, okay. Titties.
With her son in the middle.
Oh, ladies, go ahead. Get out of here.
Come here, come here.
I'm not opening up your vlogs no more, TJ.
Good. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Aw, see, that was nice. All right, I'm gonna go kiss your husband. I'll be back.
Okay.
Yo, where's my wristband? I didn't pay yet, but I'm gonna pay
so
Matt.
you gotta give the money first.
No, I pay later.
We take this as payment.
That's
too.
fine. You trade for wristband? You don't want this garbage ass beers.
What is it, Natty Ice?
Yeah, it's
I'm good.
It's disgusting. I'm good. Thank you. Matt just announced Danny Havoc, Matt Tremont, Deathmatch Extravaganza will go live on Fight TV.
So now we're going to show the whole fucking world what we're going to do in this same warehouse. And that's because of you guys. So you think I posted up on social media and wait till now.
Fight fucking TV, H2O.
Ladies and gentlemen,
H2O. Look, my friend, hometown friend Joey is here. Joseph Mealy. It's a mealy. Will, take your shirt off, Will.
Take it off. Take it off.
Jack it off. Jack it off. Yeah, Will.
Deathmatch dad bod. Put your shirt on.
Put your shirt on. You got the dad bod, but you ain't got no kids.
here at the H2O Wrestling Center, ladies and gentlemen, this is Hustlemania 2.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go. Told me he was gonna do it. I want it from the top turnbuckle.
Break his arms next time. And he can't shoot his thumbs up like an idiot.
Come on, boss, get up! Come on, boss! Oh, shit! Oh shit.
Big boy! Bodies everywhere. Who the fuck is that thing?
That worked real well. That was a good Come on, Dyln! Oh, fuck. He's done. Dyln reverses it. First neck breaker.
On the game. Yeah! Oh! Come on, Billy. Oh! Your time, Billy. Come on.
Oh, shit! Oh, fuck. Dyln is the shooting star fucking pro right there, baby. Unbelievable. Yo, boss, you want to fly or what, boss? Can't see shit. Boss caught him. Angel up at the top. Caught. Oh shit. Oh no. No way. Stiff forearm.
Somebody's going down.
Dyln reverses it. All four men going at it. Double drop kicks.
Easy now, easy. Watch it. Don't kill me over here.
Spitting is dirty. Catches him with that kick. Uh-oh. Shooting star, yeah! 1, 2, 3, yeah! Thank you, Dyln! Thank you, Dyln! The fans are very pleased as the garage door opens up. Oh, no. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate it.
Love you too.
Chilling about a month or two ago. Impressed Tremont so much. Big pun. Pablo
5 or 6 minutes even at this point in time. And, you know, White Trash Forever, they're just going, they have neutralized this situation.
That's going to be a lot easier said than done. Especially the guys that like White Trash Forever.
Alessandro, baseball slide. Suicide dive! Alessandro now. Got his eyes locked. Fucking arrow sword. Open the cover. Two and the rules here right now.
Great combination of moves there from White Trash Forever.
I'm not even sure who's legal at this point. As this referee wants complete control of this tag team matchup. Bruce Ray taking out. That's it. So wait, oh, it's all blurry, but did you actually do that shooting star for me? The 4 or 5 you pulled off during that? I know they're called different versions of it, but like, damn, you're phenomenal, kid. I hope to see you continue to do that, man. I'll be chanting your name all fucking day. And who are you?
I'm Dyln McKay.
Where can we find you on social media, Dyln?
Instagram at Dyln McKay. Facebook, just search Dyln McKay. Thanks for liking, guys, and I'll see you at the next H2O shows, man. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much.
H2O wrestling student here, man. Kid's on fucking fire, dude. Look for him in the future, man. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dyln. Sorry, little Marc Angel, I wanted to talk to you, but Chando's making you go back there and film because I believe his match is happening now. I'll catch you later, buddy. You impressed me more and more, kid. Keep doing your thing. Another great H2O wrestling student. Yeah, Sean! Dude, low! You praying, Sean? You praying, man? You praying, boy? You praying over here? Praying to that turnbuckle. Louie. Oh, Kit Osbourne coming out here to Big Scared Dan O'Hare's theme music. He's Popo tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Officer Osbourne.
Click, 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 click. Make some donuts, you skinny fuck. Yo, that's the bottom of the bean. Fuck him up, Louie. Fuck him up. Fuck him up, Louie. Fuck him up. That's a rent-a-cop. Fuck him up, Louie. Fuck him up. Rent-a-cop. 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 Hey, Mall-cop. Hey, Marc. Hey, Marc. Oh, Marc. Mall-cop. Yeah. Mall-cop. Get the Mall-cop. Hey, Kit. Hey, Kit. Go control King of Fresh Ball. Hey, Kit. Observer report. King of No Ring.
King of no
ring. Like Sean.
What's wrong with him? King. Sean's alright. I like Sean. Somebody give him a beer.
Sean? Yeah, it might actually make him feel a little better about himself. Give that kid a beer.
Take a break.
Sean Henderson just hit Osbourne. Unbelievable. That's how you know he's lost his marbles. You have no marbles! Fuck you, Clip!
I'm not that, you dumb shit!
I am. I'm a fatty. I am a huge fatty.
I could easily lift you over my head. I live a planet.
Kiss him, Sean. Come on.
Give him a kiss.
Louie! Louie!
Come on, Louie. Beat these children up.
Come on, Louie. Punch somebody in the face.
Cut their fucking dicks off. Beat that little girl's ass!
Push them like small children. Man, go to the lawnmower.
Come on, Louie!
Two! Get this piece of shit out of my ring!
Yeah, there you go. That's how you talk to kid on the board.
Tell him go for conflict. Needs a diaper change.
Nobody wants a t-shirt with a kitty on it.
Ladies wrestling at its best right now.
With that hair flow.
Shauna versus Clit.
Oh shit!
But we have a man interfering in the match.
Powerbomb.
Oh! Eat that ass! Eat that ass! Eat that ass! Eat that ass! Louie's a real man! Louie will eat that ass all day!
All day, every night. All day, every day.
Fuck! He ate that ass! This is awesome!
4, 5.
Come on, Louie!
6, 7.
Show these children what it's all about.
My ass is a no-no spot.
Danger!
Uh-oh, the big leg drop here. That's it, he's done! He's done! 1, 2.
He took his vitamins, said his prayers.
It's all right.
Shauna breaks it up.
It is all.
Oh, that ain't phasing him.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
You!
Oh shit!
The big boot!
Samoa drop!
Oh shit. Clit is up there.
Samoa drop! Good for you! Oh, look, it's like he's fighting one home.
Oh shit! Oh shit.
There goes Louie's back.
Oh! H2O! 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 Yeah, Louie!
Time is now.
And down.
Clit with the weak ass super clit. Super clit! Where's that fucking shirt at? God damn it! I was gonna go piss on it. does. I'm just kidding. I love you. Wait, what was that?
I said, what a cute little lesbian couple they are.
Yes, I couldn't agree more.
Strap on.
Oh, he wears the strap on?
I think he does.
He's the receiver.
Wait, is he into the pegging?
Oh. You need to strap a wooden block around your ass so you don't fall.
It's a pirate thing. I'm not talking about strapping on peg. Never mind. Get out of this.
Lady.
The masturbated. Oh, they just kicking all the weapons out the ring. They don't want any part of that shit. Oh, pussies.
As much as I'd love to be there right now with you two, more than you even know. Unfortunately, I can't. But not to say that we haven't found a more than proper replacement for me.
much pandemonium going on right now.
Pandemonium and H2O.
Get him, Matt! Fuck him up! Fuck him up, Matt!
Hell yeah! All right, pull those up. Pull those up.
Completely out of control. There's no way you can film with one camera here. It's physically impossible. So much is going on right now.
Man, this nigga's leaving. This is a good old. I had to pee.
Yeah, man. Absolute chaotic as fuck.
Come on, man.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That's great.
That's my car.
Hey, using the fans. Oh my God! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!
He's not getting up after that.
Are you okay, madam? Miss, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay. Fuck this guy.
He's sweaty.
He's sweaty.
No, that's so
Oh my God.
Chop is done. Bulldozer! 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 Bulldozer!
Hey, you bitch for hitting the female.
You ready? Come on, Amy. Fuck him up. Fuck that cocksucker up.
You Amy.
Skull fuck him, Amy. Oh, fuck. Oh, did you just call her a cunt? Jesus. Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh shit!
Fuck you, man! Biggest pizza!
Yeah! 10 minutes of just chaos.
Maybe you should go to the gym.
What's wrong with you guys? Let me get this! What the hell's wrong with you?
Nobody can pick up Thor's hammer and Stockade! Stockade just drilling everybody. Come on, Stock! Come on, Amy!
Amy, you got it.
Come on, Amy!
Come on, Amy, you got it.
That's way to lay on the cross.
That's it. Come on, Amy. You got this shit. Help her up. Help her up.
Calm down. Yeah, she did say no.
Oh, we got the cornet tennis racket. Oh, fuck.
Throw it at him. Just toss it. Try to play racketing.
First of all, it's an absolute disgrace that you mock the great Jim Cornette. Fuck him! Jim's right! You're a trash bag!
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Old school.
That's my partner. You can't do that. You know what he wants?
Light the rack on fire! I fell off a scaffold in Stockade! Oh, Jesus. That's it.
Get the fuck up!
Yeah, Stockade!
Extricated.
Hey, the boss is talking. Mind your mouth, you won't get your slip.
Fuck you, shitbag!
Jamie! Coming out of fucking retirement tonight.
Amy Lee! Amy Lee!
I pinned you! I pinned you!
You did.
1, 2, 3!
2 6-man tags in a row. 2 low blows. Because they can't get the fucking job done, can't they? Damn. Where's Aiden? Where's Mouse?
They had, listen, they had plans. They gotta go somewhere.
They're gone, aren't they?
They got things to do.
Leaving you all by yourself. How apropos. Because next month, Mouse and Aiden aren't here. But that leaves you.
Why don't you spell apropos? Can you spell it?
I can't, and I don't give a fuck. It's a big word and it sounds good. So good. Because we return on Halloween. And this has gone on long enough.
I kind of like it. I like where
No Aiden, no Bam. No Stock, no Raver. Me versus you.
Yeah!
1 on 1.
Yeah!
1 on 1. No outside interference, no partners, no low blows. House of fucking horrors. See you on Halloween, motherfucker.
Cut that music, motherfuckers! I ain't getting out of retirement not to get on this shit! Halloween, you fucking cunt rag! My son's gonna so fuck you! And you know what? Trent 7 fucking mustache wax ain't gonna save you, bitch! Your fucking little rat is now my ring rat, and your fucking boy Aiden, well, we all know what he's made of. He's got a slit instead of a dick. Fuck you! Let's hear it! Fuck you, Bam!
Fuck you, Bam! Fuck you, Bam!
You cocksock, chip cunny, fucktard, juice popping knob jockey, bitch! I'm gonna look forward watching Matt fuck you in your ass on Halloween! Trick or treat, motherfucker!
I don't know about all that. I ain't fucking nobody is. Halloween, we're gonna build this sickest house of horrors.
Swear jar is full.
And standing in the main event, I'm gonna fuck you up. Let's go to Intermission, get some food, get some merch, and we'll start back up with the second half of Hustle fucking Mania. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Amy. Cheers. Thank you.
Let's go, son. We'll be right out. We'll be right out.
Intermission time, baby. What a wild ass match before the intermission. I'll fuck all these guys up, man. I'll fucking light them on fire, man. Brought to you by Natty Ice. They ain't even listening to me. They don't fucking care.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm with primetime Amy Lee here.
What's up, motherfuckers?
What's up, Amy Lee? We fucking love you. That match was brutal. You were whooping some ass in there.
Listen, I don't kiss ass. I fuck you in the ass. You know
Yes,
what I'm
you
saying?
do. Yes, you
so,
do.
yeah, Mousy, I fucking cracked him, and he was like, man, I never got hit so hard before. And you're a girl. And I was like, motherfucker, I'm 50 years old.
What does that even mean, you're a girl? Like, what is
Fuck
that?
that shit. I don't know. I guess because all these other bitches, you know, they talk this shit. I said, I don't talk this shit. I'll walk that walk, motherfucker. And you hear me coming. Fuck that shit.
I was hoping to see you skull fuck him.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Maddie was a little little disappointed, skull fuck nobody, but you know what? I sure fucked their heads up with them trash can lids. Felt good to crack a bitch.
Right.
Really, I missed it. You know, like, you know what it is? It's like you retire because you listen to cocksnock cunny fucktards, like people like DJ Hyde and all, like, oh no, Amy, you should be behind.
Wait, who's that? I don't know who that. I'm not familiar with that
he's
guy.
that jizz bobber from CZW. Anyway, they're like guys like him and other people are like, oh, Amy, let me want you behind the scenes. Now I know why they want to be behind the scenes. Because the fucking girls that they got out there can't take an ass whooping, let alone dish it the fuck out. I can take it and I can fucking give it twice as hard. You know, just like a fucking 10 inches of dick right up a chick's ass. You know what I'm saying? So.
Can we get your husband on film right now?
Yo, Artie Bear. Tom, come here.
Artie, can we get you on film?
Me on film?
Of course, we have to. We're going to talk about a little bit of the history of this man here. I would love for you to talk about the history of your man right here.
I've been fucking him for 19 years.
19 years?
19 years I've been fucking him, you know? He's 68 years old. Most men get the prostate check. This motherfucker, he still hasn't hit puberty yet. He's fucking in 24/7.
So wait, his head's as bald as his nuts?
Let me tell you, his fucking balls are like prize bull. He bangs it from behind, I get bruised lips down here. You know what I'm saying?
Comedy actor.
So can we explain a little bit, how did, I'm sorry, Amy, how did you get into professional wrestling? I've always wanted to ask you. I see you here and I never had the balls to come up to you and talk.
Always wanted to be a wrestler, and in the old days you had to get a wrestler to teach you how to wrestle. And if you go back, and I started training in 71, there weren't that many wrestling schools if you think about it. Vern Gagne, maybe the Carolinas, Stu Hart. How many wrestling schools were there? There weren't that many. You know what I mean? So you had to get a wrestler to teach you. Yeah, to train
you. You had Al Coco.
I heard a rumor you wrestled. Did you wrestle a bear?
Over 100 times. I stopped counting.
Oh my God!
Now he wrestles this motherfucking cougar.
This cougar in the bedroom.
Dude, this motherfucker, he wrestled Bruiser Brody. Look it up on YouTube. Bruiser Brody versus Al Palmer.
Oh, I'm gonna go back and edit all this in there. We're gonna edit the bear wrestling. We're gonna edit the Bruiser Brody in there.
Fuck yeah!
This man has been around. So ultimate respect to you, sir.
Dude, let me tell you a story about him that I was like devastated. He fucking takes Bob Backlund and him are wrestling over at the Spectrum. Bob Backlund goes, is there somewhere we can get a beer? He says, yeah, come on, we'll go down to this place. It was a fucking, they called it back then a go-go bar, a titty bar, stripper club. He takes the fucking world champion at WWF to the fucking titty bar.
Who was that at the time?
Bob Backlund! All-American Bob fucking babyface Backlund and Al Palmer here. Artie Palmer takes him to a titty bar. There's the girl shaking her titties all in front of Bob. Bob gives her $1. He says, Bob, think of your image. He goes, you're right, Artie. Should have gave her $2.
And then the after party was like, yo, we're gonna go wrestle a bear. Let's go. And go all out, man. That's so cool though, man. Like, it's crazy the way the wrestling industry has changed today, but it's still stiff and hard as fuck. And I think he was one of the original stiff, hard guys in the fucking ring, man. Like, if you wrestle a fucking bear, obviously.
Oh yeah, now he wrestles this fucking cougar.
This cougar. Amy Lee, you are the shit, and I fucking love you. And you're a lucky man to have her. She's awesome. She's such a good woman. Cool as shit.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. You know why we lasted 19 years? It ain't just because we love fucking wrestling and respect pro wrestling and respect and love pro martial arts. It's because I keep his house clean, his belly full, his lawn cut, and his balls empty. Girls, learn to suck cock and you'll get it all. And cook, bitches. Cook and suck dick at the same time. Silly rabbit tricks are for kids.
Well, you heard it from Amy Lee. Fucking goddamn pleasure. Goddamn pleasure. Both of you.
You want some more history? I was in the second MMA fight in the country.
What year was that?
1980. Now you look it up on Showtime. They have a thing called Tough Guys. And the first, I thought I was in the first one, but the first one was in Pittsburgh. Okay, 1980. They had 2 shows. Right, you have 30-something, then it comes down to 16 the second night. But anyway, so they come to Philly. It was called Battle of the Brawlers. So I was in that one. I won the first night, then I went in the second night, and the guy beat me like 30 to 27. He got 10, and I got 9, I think. But it was all right. And I didn't wrestle because you weren't allowed to be a professional fighter. You couldn't have more than 5 amateur fights. You couldn't have more than a green belt in any martial art. So I said, oh shit. And I knew the athletic commissions. I didn't think it was going to be.
Oh, sack.
I didn't think it was going to be sanctioned by the. So I thought, oh shit, I don't want to be embarrassed.
We hate sack today.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be embarrassed. But anyway, so I was in that, and like I said, look on Showtime, you'll see a thing called Tough Guys. It tells you about the first one they ever did in Pittsburgh. I did the second, and I did good enough that they said we're having one in Greenfield out there by Pittsburgh. You want to come? I said, no, I'm not driving 6 hours. No, because if you get punched and kicked, you need to get home quick, not be driving 6 hours on a turnpike and pass out.
You'd have to stay down there. Who's going to pay for all?
Or either that, I need somebody to drive with me. But
well, this is before you were with Amy, so
yes.
If Amy was around,
1980 it was.
Oh shit!
Check it out. Check it out.
You know what the crazy
little
part
history
is?
for you, but
a lot of these guys, obviously, they probably have no idea who the hell you are. I do. I apologize. I did research after Matt told me about you, and I was like, wait, he wrestled a fucking bear. And I was like, holy shit! I was like, this man is amazing, dude. You know that wouldn't float today with the bear thing. It wouldn't work today.
Well, I'll tell you a story. There was a guy named Billy Berger. I went out to the East Coast Sports Show in Harrisburg, and he was out there with some women doing some wrestling. So he said, look, why don't you be one of the seconds in the corner? You just towel them off or something. I said, all right. So I'm out there, and the governor's wife was out there, which was Ginny Thornburg, I believe, at the time. And she said, I remember coming here and watching the bear wrestling. How come they don't have it anymore? I said, because your husband outlawed it. You're not allowed to do it anymore.
And that was a real thing. He really did.
He outlawed, yeah. I wrestled the bear 74, 5, 6, 7, 8, 79. I think 80 was the last time. And I used to do it at the Philadelphia Sports Show, and I was at the Spectrum, I think, twice. When they did at the 76ers halftime.
What was the most amount of people that actually saw you wrestle a bear?
I would have to say it would be at the Civic Center, which whatever that holds, because of the floor is the convention, is the sports show. So whatever the rafters held and people standing. So
10,000 probably.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know what it holds.
I honestly don't know.
You're losing the floor crowd. So whatever the ring holds, and then people standing in doorways and stuff like that. But,
so what are you doing today? Just hanging it out?
I'm retired.
Yeah, good. See, your old lady said she was retired, but then she came in there and started bashing this fucking guy's head.
Let me give you a little advice, like I said to her. You're never retired in pro wrestling. You take your tights, you hang them on a resting nail until the phone rings, and then you're not retired anymore.
So we need you. We'll pay you today. Come on.
Wow, whatever.
Whatever. It's just
fame, fortune, or glory, whichever one you want.
Exactly.
Why do you wrestle? Fame, fortune, or glory? And nobody gets all of that, I don't think, unless you get to the top.
And money's not everything. Like you said, it's the respect you get from doing this, and I have the ultimate respect for everybody here, including you as well.
I used to be a big fan, which everybody has to be a fan. That's how you get in.
Yeah, you become a fan.
And I used to watch all the behind the brown door, the black door at the Philadelphia Arena. One day I got to walk through the door, and guess what? Now I'm in the locker room with Haystacks, Calhoun, Killer Kowalski, all them different guys. Bruno Sammartino, Captain Lou, wow. All the guys I used to watch, I'm now in there with, watching them, get dressed and listen to them talk, and you keep your mouth shut. You sit there, you listen, and you're glad when you come back. And somebody said, hey kid, you should have done this, you should have hit harder, you should have done that. That means they were watching your match, and they were critiquing you and telling you what you need to step up on. One time I wrestled for Kowalski, he wrestles a German. I come back to the locker room, and he says to me, listen, if you're going to wrestle as a German, you got to be mean, you understand? You got to stand there like, he said, you ever watch me, kid? I used to stand there, and I didn't have to say a word, I'd just stand there, and I'd look mean. That's what you got to do. I said, okay. Because he said, you want to wrestle as a German, then get into the part. I said, okay, So that was Kowalski, and I'm wrestling for him with his promotion.
Honestly, it is an honor to talk with you, speak with you, and thank you for allowing me to record this.
Oh, it's easy, because I love to talk about the old days, but anyway.
Oh yeah, of course, we all love reminiscing. Hell, I'm only 37, I still reminisce about my 20s, so I mean...
I reminisce about every motherfucking thing.
But what I'm going to ask you, if we were allowed to bring the bear back, would you do it at H2O?
Fuck yeah, he ain't no pussy.
I know you ain't.
No, he just eat pussy.
If he's with you, he damn right ain't no fucking pussy,
Nah, he just eat pussy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, this is why I love her. Thank you so much for chatting with me. I appreciate it so much.
Peace out, motherfuckers. All right, I gotta get you.
What you need to do sometime is sit down and get a little talk going with Amy or me and stuff like that, and then you get me.
I would love to.
Some of the old stories.
Yes, and edit it together. I would love to, honestly. I would fucking love to. I have such a respect for this industry. I've always been a fan. I never actually got into it.
Do you know, now do your history, okay? Most of the wrestling holds today all came from catch wrestling, okay? So they had to be watered down because in the old days on catch wrestling they used to go an hour, 2, 3 hours. One match I think was 5 hours because somebody throws a headlock and the guy don't submit, right? So you know, so they changed them. I think that goes back to Tremont in the 20s and 30s, and they changed it. They started putting time limits in, and they changed a lot of the rules and stuff because it was just getting too boring. You know what I mean? Which is nice if you watch submission matches. But even the UFC, they put time limits in. Remember?
Well, I just watched GCW had a show. It was Josh Burnett's Bloodsport, and they were doing UFC style, professional wrestling, and it was awesome. It was a beautiful thing. There were so many beautiful stiff hits. It was awesome, and I think there's a real future there. And it was like Josh was talking about how this was a past thing. It's like
if you get a chance, folks, look for a book called I think it's Catch Wrestling, but my buddy Carl Von Hess was in that. And they had a whole chapter on him. He was called The Last of the Combo Men because he used to wrestle in carnivals. And he could box or wrestle. So whatever he wanted to do, he could do it. He was a good boxer, good wrestler. And he used to say to you, most of the people, he said, I'd meet some competition in somebody that was a amateur wrestler, college wrestler, or great big raw-boned lumberjacks. He said, but they didn't know what catch wrestling was. He said, so that's where you had them. And what he's talking about, like somebody grabs you, bam, he hits him with an elbow or something. They just loosened your chops for you a little bit. But he was quite a man. I often wonder if Lou Thez was as good as him because I think Lou Thez picked his opponents. It's not hard to beat somebody up when you know you got more skill than that. Okay, I said so. It's not hard when you do that. Carl was a carnival wrestler, so you, me, and everybody else could walk up and challenge him. If you think you're a tough guy, you think you're strong, you think you're an amateur wrestler, come up and challenge him. And he said to me, I was the smallest man, but I was the toughest man. So if you think because he only weighs 215,
it doesn't matter how small
or big matter because he could.
If you know how to fight, you know how to fight.
Now, if you want to do your wrestling history, there's a guy named John Pesek. They used to call him the Tiger Man. He was one of the most deadly men in catch wrestling.
What is it, John
Pesek? They used to call him the Tiger Man. So Carl said to me one time, he says, I wrestled John. I said, you wrestled the Tiger Man, John Pesek? I said, one of the most deadly men in wrestling. He said, well, I was a good wrestler, Art. He said, and I'm sitting in the locker room. He said, and I see this old man back there who's got this reputation. He's drinking whiskey. So I said, you know what? I'm going to try this son of a bitch tonight. He said, to this day, I don't know what the hell happened. He grabbed my foot. He stuck it in my mouth and said, don't fuck it out, kid. I said, he could have crippled you. He was a crippler. He was a crippler. One of the most deadly men in pro wrestling or catch wrestling at the time. But there's a lot of history there. Like I said, I think it's called Catch Wrestling 1. They got a whole chapter on Carl Von Hess. Last of the combo man because he could box and wrestle. And he's a guy that I think a lot of people overlook. Because he said to me one time, he says, I was supposed to wrestle Fez one time. He said, we were booked in Philly. He said, but he didn't show up. He said, and I was kind of looking forward to the match, he said, because he had a reputation for paintbrushing the boys. If he didn't like it, he'd paintbrush. He said, I'd like to see if he would have paintbrushed me, because if he did, he said, he might be a bit surprised. He said, might have got my ass whooped, he said, but he'd have known he was into something. And like I said, I think he was better than Fez, because he actually went out and competed against people, didn't pick his opponents. It's not hard to beat up somebody that don't have the skills that you do. Or the abilities, you know what I mean?
Well, it was a pleasure talking to you. I got to get back in there.
Thanks for putting the camera in my face. I get to talk and tell stories.
I fucking love it. You're like the grandfather I've always fucking wanted, man. Father or anything, brother or anything, man. You're awesome, dude. Thank you. I appreciate you so much for chatting with me, man.
No, there's a little bit of history you can have fun with and look it up.
And I hope in the future, honestly, we can do this again, man. Hopefully Amy comes around again.
I love to talk to the camera because I have my opinion about stories, But
as I know, you're a little older gentleman. Do you have anything on social media where you can find you?
I don't, because I don't. People tell me.
Where can we find Amy Lee at then on social media? You know?
She's always on there on YouTube.
What do we just search? Goddamn primetime Amy Lee.
Yeah, Amy Lee. Because I have her on my Roku there. I got her and my buddy's daughter, Heidi Lee Morgan.
Okay.
Okay. I used to go work out with her because she went down and got trained by the fabulous Moolah. Okay. When she came back, her dad, who used to wrestle like Little Abner or Les Morgan, said, "I want you to go work out with Artie. I want you to see how the guys work out and make you a better wrestler." That's one of the things I think Amy was talking about. Never be a pretend wrestler. Okay. Really wrestle, because you're always in control. You don't have to hurt somebody, but make sure you know how to wrestle if you need to be, if they want to start shooting on you or trying to take advantage of you. Okay, so, you know.
Awesome. True honor. I got to go in there and film these young kids in there, man. Thank you. There's so much for chatting, man. I'm sure a lot of people will appreciate this.
If they like it. If you don't,
who are you again, sir? Tell them who the fuck you are.
I'm Al Palmer. Okay. Look me up, WWF, try WF, got me? Not the WWF, the WWF.
Yes.
Worldwide Wrestling. And I think that's who Backlund was at the time, 78. I don't think they changed yet to what, 82, 84?
Dude, honestly, pleasure. Dude, it's been cool shit talking. You're the most interesting man here.
I don't know
It's like that. It's like that Dos Equis commissioner.
Might be the biggest bullshitter.
I'm the most interesting man. Thank you, though, so much. Thank you. I got to get in there and go film these guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Buy a new pair.
Your son is a better wrestler than you. Mitch is busted open.
Come on, Mitch, get off, Jeff. Help him. Help him, Jeff. Marc Angel sucks and so does Chondo.
Fuck you, Chondo, you piece of shit.
Fuck you, Chondo.
Stop stealing cars.
Thank you, bro. You're welcome.
You can start charging people. Oh, God. That's it. Body slam a motherfucker onto another motherfucker.
Come on, Cannonball. 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 Cannonball.
Fucking kill him!
I'm too hot for this weather.
Cannonball.
Cannonball,
Chondo going for the stop sign.
Why you got a stop sign? You're taking somebody's property. That's just state
this match. And new H2O Tag Team Champions, Mitch and Cannonball.
Oh shit, we got the boss, Matt Tremont's wifey out here.
Shut up!
She's about to set him on fire.
Enough out of both of you over the past couple months. So you want to know what? Next Saturday, Mystery Violence Theater, you two face each other. Shut up! Yeah! You two are going to face each other in a staple gun match.
With dildos.
Lucky, you'll both staple each other's mouths shut. So I want to hear from either one of you.
Useless dick! Useless dick! Useless dick!
That I gave him a
Joe, what's a useless dick?
It's a dick. That's useless.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
No,
it's
Ron Mathis.
Yeah, thank you. You better. Yo, Louie. Yo, let me see them titties, son. Oh my God, milk 'em.
When they say like father, like son, they mean it.
Useless dick forever! Useless dick! Useless dick! Useless dick! Useless dick!
I'm really ready for more of the hardcore element tonight with his wrestling attire. He knows that Ron Mathis is hardcore
Lil Lou, you won't let me put the cigarette out in your nipple.
Over the top. It's too late for the shit.
I'm kidding. I'll do it for you.
It's 10:30 and it's fucking.
I'll do it for you in a little bit. I promise. You can do it for me.
It's 10:30.
Will you put a cigarette out on my nipple later?
Maybe.
Yes. That's a good mate.
It's 10:30 already and we're still sitting here. I have no voice left from yelling at Ron Mathis' fucking forever.
Well, at least your dick isn't useless.
You're not wrong.
Alright, it's not cut.
Pull the chant.
Mother.
This was this chick that wants to
Right back. Whoa, over the top. Pull through.
Wait, what are you talking about? Crumbled on cock website? What is this, Abel? I'm so confused.
What I'm into is what I'm into.
Crumbled on cocks?
It really gets me up. I like to make it like a
twisted in the pretzel.
Twist it around. I like to play bop it, but
bop it, pull it, twist it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that game. But using your dick. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It's my favorite.
So are you, Ron? Ron Mathis, yeah!
This is why I love this fucking guy.
Hey, I'm a police officer. It's okay.
Here's my real question. What kind of shampoo do you think he's using to get all the jizz out of those mutton chops?
I don't know. Sean Henderson. I mean, he didn't shave his head, so I don't know what they were using.
What, from his White Trash Forever stablemates?
Poor Sean got all that stuff from the barbers in his hair.
I'm a baby face if I feel like it.
No, you're not.
Crumbled
up. Doesn't even love you.
Emil said you have a crumbled up cock.
Say look to the trashy guy. Yeah,
I'm scared. I'll check it out.
What?
TJ's weak. TJ's chops are better than that.
Forever.
Yeah, germs. He got germs. There you go,
Yeah, Lucky.
There you go, Lucky. Oh!
MLJ says that Ron Mathis is a crumble cock. I agree. Crumble cock. That would be the best chant. Crumble cock. Huge knee to the face by Lucky 13. Ooh! Lucky just destroys crumble cock.
He on fire! What the fuck are you doing? You are the worst. It gotta be the James, baby. It's gotta be the
Lucky! 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 Tombstone. Oh no! Come on, crumble cock! Crumble cock! Crumble cock! Crumble cock!
Come on, Lucky, you got freeze on, baby. Come on, Lucky! Fuck! Freeze! Get him, Jersey!
Ohio is forever.
Do it again! Hey! 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 And still H2O heavyweight champion, Lucky 13.
Let's get him shorts though.
Yeah, Lucky! It's the big show.
Who the hell is this?
I don't know, but he's a big dude.
Truck driver Bob! Truck driver Bob!
The hell's this guy?
Big guy.
Driver Bob. Oh shit.
Dead champion!
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Real man! Are you cheating? Let's see the top. Are you jumping out here? Give me the money! No! Give us CD! Give us CD!
That's a huge bitch!
Who are you? You don't know me, because usually I'm from the shithole towns like this. But I am. Get the fuck out of here! Champion! And on October 31st,
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
you hear that?
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Alright, go ahead, talk!
goddamn shirt on.
No, it's hot in here, man. Fuck that. I'm fat and I'm proud, man. My dick's bigger than yours, though, so fuck you. If it was a pants situation, he wouldn't be saying that, though, so fuck him. He'd be like, man, damn, dick big. Oh shit, Chuck just comes in, destroys him. Speaking of big man, Chuck Payne. He's a big boy. Woo! Run, Emil, get the fuck out of there, man. Come on, Devin.
Chuck Strowman. Chuck Strowman.
Chuck Payne is an absolute beast in there. It's going to take a lot for Devin to defeat this man. Jesus, we're going to roll with this one. We're going to roll with this one. Come on, Devin!
No. Oh no!
Jesus!
He's a big boy!
Boxxamania! Come on, Devin!
Better than Dan Hemorrhoid would have been better. That just broke the ring.
Two!
Not the line. To the tree trunk.
Devin just spit out a whole little shooter of fucking Fireball or whiskey or something. What a waste, man. Fuck him up, Devin.
Come on, Dev, get in the ring. One. Put him in a body bag. You're not drunk, you're sober.
Yep. One.
Oh, what's he gonna do? Oh no. Oh, the monster's gonna fly.
Moonsault.
That monster's gonna fly.
Moonsault.
Oh shit!
Oh, he did the moonsault.
Holy shit! Holy
Missed it.
shit! Get it, Devin! Get it! Get it!
Oh, Chuck just chucks him.
Oh shit!
Caught him.
Oh no!
Oh, huge choke slam. 1, 2. It's not fair.
Raffle time. 573. That's 418. 573.
I win because I have a flask of vodka. Is it? Yep. All right, so I just found Marc Angel Sr. And I wanted to tell him I apologize for the comment. I said, your son is he's a better wrestler than you.
He definitely is.
He's so good, dude. He's doing so good. And I'm so proud of you, little Marc. And I wanted to talk to him. And literally, I went to take a piss, and China was like, you got to go in there and film. He's hustling back and forth. And I was like, fuck, I wanted to talk to him after his match. And I was like, so bummed that I didn't get to talk to him. I'll find him after this, though. But he's killing it, dude.
He's killing it, man. He's got the world by the balls if he wants it, man. And
I see him taking the tap off, dude. How old is he? He's like what?
He's 16. Somebody gives him the ball, he's going to be off and running soon enough.
He's so early in the game because of you, and because of Matt and everything here. Dude, he's on point, we'll say like old on point wrestling. He's on fucking point.
He's on point, dude. The kid busts his ass here, man. And I'm not even saying because he's my son. He does 2 a days. He has wrestling practice at school, comes here, wrestles here for 2, 3, 4 hours every night, man.
Well, I was just telling Marc Sr. here, I said the one time after the Compound show, I remember little Marc coming up to me and said, I don't know if this is for me. He's like, I don't know if I want to do it. He literally told me, he's like, I don't think I'm going to do it. And he was thinking about deathmatch, and I was like, no, you don't have to do deathmatch. Just do regular wrestling. Once in a while, you want to do some hardcore stuff, and like make the other person take the bumps. But we're out there with this little homeless cat outside the compound. I hope I have this still on video. So
yeah, I got to see this, dude. We got to see this. The thing is, he's got that itch to do death matches. So hopefully.
He could do a little bit of it. He just don't make it his main focus, you know? Like, yeah.
Let him get one out of his system. Maybe, who knows, maybe even with me. But let him get it out of his system.
Exactly. I know as a father of 2 little boys, you couldn't be more proud.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
You know what? Like, your career is important, but when you see your kid come in there, it's way more important, dude. Way more important.
He's going to take off and do things I wish I could have done. And, yeah, as long as he stays smart, healthy.
And I'm so thankful that you're a cool ass dad and support him and you don't get an ego and jealous about it. You're just like, fuck yeah, that's my boy. That's my fucking boy!
I was out here watching him earlier when I should have been prepping for my stuff. But
wait, also, little Austin one day.
Oh, God.
Can you imagine it? Like, dude, like 16 years from now, little Austin comes in there, dude.
On the bed, you just touch him and he throws
That's a lot of people. When you show wrestling enough, they start doing that shit, dude.
Well, the thing is, he doesn't watch us. He doesn't watch Raw. He doesn't watch me. The only time he loves being in a ring, he's not afraid of the sound. So I think it's legitimately in his fucking blood. And I got another one on the way, another little boy. So
another one. Yo,
so
what is going on down there, dude?
It's gonna be fucking. You guys think when I go away, you get rid of me? Nah. There's a fucking line of them behind me, dude.
He's gonna be and he's gonna be like in a walker one day, like, yeah, it's my boys. That's my boys. He's gonna be popping kids out in his 50s.
Well, the positive side, the little ones now, they're gonna be 3. Well, a little over 3, and then, you know, when the baby's born. So eventually, you know, they make a good little tag team.
Then you can start super kicking them.
As soon as he can walk,
that's gonna go back in history. The super kicking your son was the greatest thing I've ever seen. It was awesome. All right, cut. Let's go back into the main event. Let's go.
Let's enjoy this shit.
Jimmy Lloyd coming out on top right now. Lloyd, we need impressive offensive.
Gallagher just flies out of here. Again, get the DVD digital download, Blu-ray, Smart Mark video. It's all there, dude. Oh! Jimmy fucking Lloyd! Jimmy fucking Lloyd! Jimmy fucking Lloyd!
Oh shit!
Harder, Jimmy, harder! Get the fuck out of the way. something is about to happen. Oh my God. Setting up 2 tables right now, 2 doors. Are we having more doors here? Holy shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a double deck of the fucking deck here of the doors.
Captain Dave, why aren't you here, you fucker?
I don't know. I think I'm railing my girlfriend. The rest of you virgins are watching this bullshit.
Double underhook pile driver.
Jimmy fucking Lloyd! Jimmy fucking Lloyd! Jimmy fucking Lloyd!
Lloyd is buttering some bread.
He is internationally traveled.
Jimmy Lloyd's been in fucking Japan.
We got doors.
Nowhere to be seen right now.
Come on, Jimmy!
The structure right now. Randy Gallagher broke the hurricane. Oh no. Gallagher must have put his ankle on that.
Gallagher is down. Jimmy Lloyd putting all his focus over here on Gallagher. Gallagher is hurt out here.
He's called everybody off to it right now.
Very dangerous in the ring right now. I think people are
Gallagher's still down.
It's storming like crazy outside.
He's not gotten up yet.
It's literally raining outside behind the announcers.
Scaling the ring.
Downpouring, thunder and lightning. No, he's not okay.
Things are leading with something bad happening right now. A lot of bad going on right now. I'm real nervous. The livelihood of all 3 of these young professional wrestlers right now. Look at these.
Go ahead, do your thing, buddy. Hurry up, run.
He's coming off the top.
Danny Gallagher gets up and he's back in the fucking ring right now.
I've never seen that before.
I guess thankfully that it's not broken. That was a major concern.
Steve Sanders, Gallagher. They went at it a couple months ago. I believe at Hustlepalooza. Crack that ginger. Take that ginger. I don't know if you can hear it behind me, but there's thunder and lightning. It is like brutal outside here, dude. It is pouring down. The thunder, it's awesome. H2O! 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 Steve Sanders setting up like a 20-foot ladder. How many feet?
8 foot.
That is not an 8-foot ladder. I'm 6 feet tall.
Yes,
That's at least almost 20 feet. That's a 75-foot ladder right there.
No, it's not. It's 8 foot.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, fucking mighty, man. Oh, my God. Oh, fucking mighty. Louie, I get it. Oh, my 6'2". H2O! 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 H2O!
Jesus fucking Christ! Yes! You survived!
Yo, it's a thunder and lightning out there.
It's lightning.
Oh my God!
Gene! I did this with the two people I idolize the most in this fucking world. Louie and Steve Sanders, from the day I fucking met you. I love you guys.
Y'all have respect, man. It's all good.
And the fact that I was able to beat both of you on the grandest stage H2O has to offer, it means the fucking world to me. I love both of you. Danny, I know I don't say this a lot, but tonight you were the better fucking man. And now you have this. So you know what you have to do. Get that fucking girl!
Steve Sanders is finally recovering after that toss off the 25-foot ladder.
So on like for all of us.
Can you hand me my beer? Thank you, sir. Oh yeah. Thank you.
Hey, Danny. November of last year, so it's almost been a year. At Bloody Burgers, Cheeseburger didn't show up. I needed an opponent. I picked you. You earned your spot the right way. For the last year, you've been killing yourselves with those two gentlemen. And tonight, our fucking year goes by, and now you got yourself, my friend, a hybrid fucking title shot at Halloween. And you got Chuck Payne on Halloween on October 31st. Extremely proud of him and an entire fucking locker room. How about Hustle fucking Mania, everybody? It's about all them in the locker room. We can't do it without them. We can't do it without you guys. Thank you. We'll see you back here next Saturday night for Mystery Violence Theater, 8 p.m. bell. Tickets are only $10. Myself versus Tara Calloway in a death match. Apparently the wife yelled at Chondo and Marc in a staple gun match. And then all the rest is mystery, but every match will be a hardcore match. Tickets are only $10 next Saturday. And the very next day, let's pack this place and support G Raver for his benefit show.
I'm with an H2O wrestling fan here. What's your name?
Ricky Slater, but they call me Velvet Jesus.
Velvet Jesus. I'm gonna sip this vodka, and you gonna sip your drink, and we gonna call it a fucking night.
Hell yeah.
Cheers, bro. Thank you, man. Be safe getting home.
Yep, definitely.
Hey, fuck you, Sammy. And fuck you, Jake, man. You clean that shit the fuck up, boy. Hey, I don't know, man. You cripple boy. I heard you on the hard way. I'm just kidding. I love you, brother. Be safe tonight. I love you, man.
I love you too.
I love you too, man. Good show.
You should cut. Are you coming next week?
I should be. Matthew Tremont.
Yes.
Much success. Thank you, brother. Show was phenomenal as always, dude.
Thank you.
Killed it, man.
His fucking hair.
Ew, whose hair is that? That's not Amy Lee's, is it?
That's one of them guys from the last match.
Oh, damn. Oh.
No, it must have been. No, I think it's Steve.
Oh, Steve, I'll wear your hair.
Yeah, it's brown, isn't it?
Well, you know what? It's more hair than I have already. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's gross. All right, cut. It's gross. Yes, it's gross. Cut. Ew. Gross.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I do. Baby, what you packing down there, man? What you packing down there?
I mean, it's a bad day. I already got rid of my load, so it's
you know I love you. I'm always busting your balls.
It's shy today.
You killed it on commentary. You killed it on announcing. I love you to death. You're the man. I gotta go find some other douchebags out here to bust their balls. So
please.
Let's go. It's fine.
Yeah, they did great, brother. And Gino says, you know.
All right, let's talk with this guy right here.
I guess you should do this before I wipe the blood off my
Yeah,
face.
you should keep it on your face. So you want to come over here?
Yeah,
Let's
sure,
go outside real quick. Let's go out there and we get my camera light.
Hey, you gotta see before you
All right, so I'm with Gallagher here. After the main event here. So what did you just win, by the way, when you climbed up there?
Well, I won a shot at the next Halloween show for the hybrid fucking belt.
Okay, so you get a shot at the hybrid title.
Well, I mean, I killed myself in that ladder match just to get the fucking opportunity. So I ain't gonna fucking blow it. Chuck Payne, I know that guy's a big fucking dude. He's like 7 foot tall.
Oh shit, he holds the belt. Oh,
doesn't he?
Dude.
He retained tonight.
I don't know, man.
I think he retained tonight against Drew.
I can't keep up with the big man that Matt's bringing in here.
But
that other guy that came in here too, like they're big ass people, dude. Like Christ. But it doesn't matter how big you are.
No, it doesn't matter at all. And I mean, Jesus Christ, after having a match like that and I'm walking away, I mean, I'm going to be in some fucking pain tomorrow, but I could still keep going right now if I fucking had to. So Chuck Payne, I might be a small little shitty ginger, but Halloween motherfucker, we're going to kill each other.
Well, thank you for talking to me, brother.
Thank you, TJ.
Let's get Jimmy Lloyd over here. He's over here walking away. I don't know. He's doing his thing. Jimmy fucking Lloyd. Jimmy, what happened there, man?
Couldn't get the job done.
You had 2 tough opponents tonight, though, man.
Yeah.
Steve Sanders and Gallagher. And as actually you guys were in there for the main event, it was a thunderstorm out of nowhere, dude.
I know.
Thunder, light. It was awesome, dude. It was awesome.
I seen it. I could see it.
No, whenever you hit the shit, it started lightning. I was like, holy fuck.
It was badass.
You need me to sign that?
If you want to. I mean.
Did the other 2 sign it?
Not yet.
So anyway, as Jimmy Lloyd signs this, Jimmy Lloyd's the fucking man. We love him, and honestly, I enjoyed the post conversation after the Hardway, the Legacy of Deathmatch Wrestling conversation. It was amazing to see you, Graver, Schlack, Tremont, Cannonball, and Lowlife, Louie Ramos in there together. And I filmed the whole hour of it, and I'm thankful I did because I was like, I don't know if I should do this, but it was like the fans that came in there and the students of Matt, they asked some great questions.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
it was great. You guys were laughing it up.
I honestly thought it was gonna not be that good.
Yeah, right. That's what I thought. It was like I was like, I hope nobody asked me to ask questions because I don't know what the fuck they asked.
Yeah.
And did you enjoy what I shot of you with the scissors that popped up in there?
Yeah, I know it was your work.
Dude, I got like 15 minutes in there tonight, dude. It made me very proud. Because, you know, I'm never going to have time to put it all together. So when Jeff contacted me and he said, TJ, I love what you do. Are you interested in being a part of this? I was like, dude, I'll send you my whole video library, dude. He put even old stuff from NGI too, like the fans hanging out. You saw Captain Dave making a cameo. Dude, it was awesome, dude. He did such a good job. He captured the emotions and he captured the laughter at the end. He did so well with it, dude. It was awesome. He did so awesome. It's a shame that his flight arrived late and couldn't be here till now. I caught him on video at the end and I said it to him. I was like, oh, so glad you could actually join us now. And he's like, yeah, dude, my flight, you know, but dude, it was phenomenal, dude. And I love that you were 100% a part of the interviews in there and just everything was awesome, dude. The show, the fucking Legacy of Deathmatch Wrestling tonight, awesome.
Thank you, TJ.
You know I love you, Jimmy. Jimmy fucking Lord. Steve, so I'm gonna go up to you now, man. What the fuck happened? Did you wait, you were alive though, okay. You got thrown off that shit.
I got thrown off the ladder through the 2 whatever's on the side.
Yep. What happened?
Why
are you always getting thrown off of shit, dude?
He flew like a freaking jet.
Yes, right?
He flew.
He flew
all the way out of the ring, at least 4 feet away from the ring. It was a fucking amazing bump.
I loved it. We loved everything about it, man.
Thank you, bro.
So how you feel right now? You're good though, right?
I'm alright. Jimmy's
oh, and look at that. During the match, there was a thunder lightning coming down, and it's still coming down.
Jimmy's fat ass crushing my fucking ribs. I felt that shit moving, bro, like my ribs. Like I was like, ugh. Whatever.
Hey man, it's all good, dude.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
We all love it, dude. Steve, love you.
I love you too, bro.
Remember, I got to meet you officially at the Backyard Wrestling Show, GCW, and I wish you could have performed, dude.
Oh, man. I know.
But hey, you performing over here, dude, doing your thing. And I wish you no luck. And as Matt announced, Fight TV will be doing the Danny Havoc Deathmatch Extravaganza with Matt Tremont. Stick with this fucking company as much as you can. And obviously, it's going to take the fuck off. As I watch GCW, their audience was at 25%, is at 75% within 3 months because of them being on Fight Alone.
Yeah, Fight's awesome.
And Fight TV is going to do the same thing for H2O.
I 100% agree.
The second you go on there as a wrestling fan, you select what you're into, wrestling. It's going to pop up on their selection. Oh, let's check out Matt Tremont's company.
Exactly.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's going to take the fuck off.
Crazy shit these motherfuckers do.
That's why I'm carrying it.
Steve, I fucking love you, man. I got no respect for you. I love you, man. I love you, dude.
Sleep with it. Cool. First time.
Alright, we'll cut this off. Let's go. Let's cut this off. Mitch!
I'm a fucking tag team champion! I don't know who this guy is! Danny's a nice guy! Who are you? I'm me! Fuck me!
He's a nice man. He supports you all the way.
He supports me,
I wanted you to win the title.
Me wanted me to win!
Me wanted me to win.
Look at me! Look at me! Me is amazing. Me brings the world go round.
Me.
Me is a gift to me.
Mitch, I fucking love you, brother. You're the best question during.
Not yet, brother.
Oh, hey, Louie, wait, whoa. What up, Dad?
What's up, homie?
That cameo with all you guys out there getting in the ring, doing the whole conversation there, 6 of you, 6 of the best deathmatch wrestlers out there today.
5 of the best deathmatch wrestlers in an old dinosaur.
No, 6.
Old dinosaur that still has it. That hasn't even lost it.
666. It was awesome. And honestly, I filmed the whole thing. It was one of the best things I've seen in a while. And I'm thankful that I actually took the time to film you guys in there.
No, thank you.
Because nobody else was there doing it. It was awesome. Best
100%
conversation ever.
100% honest and from the heart, from the cuff, and it meant a lot to be asked to be part of that. To be part of that panel, and to Jeff Waldridge, he did an amazing job with that.
The documentary was so
Hardway
good.
was phenomenal.
So good.
The first 5 minutes that I saw were top notch.
I wiped the tears from my eyes a few times on that, for a number of reasons that I'm not going to go into, but it was just one of the greatest wrestling documentaries I've ever seen, bar none. And I respect to him for doing it, and honored to be part of that panel with all those guys there, because I've wrestled most of them except for Raver, and before I go, I'd like to wrestle them one more time. You know what I mean?
Well, just when you thought the film was awesome, the after conversation with the 6 gentlemen there, dude, you saw us all. We were dying. You guys had us laughing. It was just like the film. There was like tears. There was fucking hilarity. It was just everything was so well done. And you were just being yourselves. It was awesome, dude.
I have always prided myself on giving the fans everything, because, like I've always said, if it wasn't for the fans, I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be home, drinking a few beers, watching a Lifetime movie with the wife, and rubbing her feet.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's nice to have what you do.
It's nice to have you actually.
Yeah, this is what brings me out. This is what I've lived for. Before I was married, I've done this, and this is, deathmatch wrestling is my life. And bar none, and I'm glad I got somebody that understands, because she does, and it's hard to find somebody that does.
I know you're very grateful to have Angela.
There's 2 people in the business, you and
my son and my daughter, who probably will follow this. Maybe not death matches, but wrestling as a whole. And it's not the easiest thing in the world, but again, I've put that woman through hell, and she's still there, and I love her for it.
I mean,
that's a real woman right there.
Yep.
Seriously, it's an amazing thing to see what Angela goes through. And I always call her Mrs. Raymond. She's like, don't call me fucking Mrs.
No, don't
Raymond.
call her that. Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, I know. It's just out of respect. And honestly, phenomenal. You've been through so much. And just to see her support you and your son now that what he's going through, and he's paying his goddamn dues left and right. And I just want to see your family Love you to death and see your
thank you,
son
brother.
succeed, dude.
You know, the old way, I teach him the old way. You know, set up the ring, set up the chairs, clean up the floor, clean up
pay the
after.
fucking dues.
You know,
Right?
that's
Amy
how,
fucking knows.
Yeah,
Amy knows
I
the
did
deal.
it. We fucking did it. We took
That's
the
how
ring
the
down.
You were in the same company with him back in the day, weren't you? A couple times.
That's how they supposed to learn in the old days. You know.
That's right, man. Fucking USWA, you sold popcorn, set the ring up, take it the fuck down, and then went and worked the fucking shows. That's how you fucking.
Can I say one thing before you go, Louie? Of
course.
Did you know that her husband used to wrestle fucking bears?
Oh yeah. I know he wrestled. He wrestled Brody, and there wasn't a badder man than Brody.
Well, yeah, Brody probably beat a bear's ass, but he wrestled fucking bears.
No shit, Cheryl.
Your husband was
That's my motherfucking honey bear.
You were talking about blowing him. You're the best. And, like, he's the man, dude. Like, he was so nice to me. Like, him bringing up about the fact of wrestling bears. I said, "Can you ever do that again someday?" He's like, "I don't know today, man." But like,
not in this day and age.
No, it would never. No,
I don't think it'll work. Like, all the animal shit.
Oh, fuck no.
No, it's too much.
Too sensitive. That's why this country's a bunch of fucking vaginas.
And the fucked up part is, like, it was probably the bear got treated better than
we don't have
anything
a White
ever.
House, we have a vagina house. Fucking cocksnots.
Amy fucking
That's
Lee,
the sad
dude.
part about it.
I think you should. If you were president, it would be a lot better.
I'm fucking right.
Yeah, Amy Lee, presidential
He had fucking
2020.
transportation because that motherfucker's blown.
I hate transportation. Are you kidding me?
Fucking cocksucker. You ready to eat? I'm starving.
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, we'll call the wife.
I just want to say simple. I say I love you guys. Thank you, Louie. I love you to death, buddy. Take care, bud. Be safe getting home with the
Where are you
fam.
going to the car?
Chuck. Sorry to put the light in your face.
That's all good, man.
By the way, how tall are you?
6'5".
6'5". How much you weigh?
305 right now.
So it's safe to say you're the biggest motherfucker in H2O.
Goddamn right.
What do you think about the comparisons to Braun Strowman?
Fuck Braun Strowman. He stole all my shit. Every fucking idea that I had, I flip on the goddamn television. This motherfucker's wearing it. He's wearing it, doing it, saying it.
So what's his that came up with the get these hands thing?
No.
Catch these hands.
But the hairstyle.
That was the one thing
the
that
pants,
he didn't give him.
The singlet, all that.
Wait, who's Braun Strowman's woman though? Isn't it like that little girl, the tiny blonde girl?
No, you're thinking of the mountain.
Okay.
You're thinking of Half-Thor Bjornsson.
I don't know. I thought it was some sexy little blonde girl. What the hell her name
That's
is?
the mountain from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, whoever Braun Strowman's wifey is.
Very attractive bodybuilder. She's pretty tall. She's about 6 foot. Maybe a little less.
My name's Chuck Payne. I'm here to fuck your wife, Braun Strowman.
You say my name's Chuck Payne, I'm here to fuck your wife?
Yes.
exactly what.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
What the fuck you say these days?
I'm sorry, Amy. I was joking. No, I was joking. I was joking. I apologize.
TJ, you're such a cocksnot.
I know. I'm sorry. It was rude. I'm sorry. But he's a big man. Look at him. Amy, look at him. How tall. This is a big fucking man, dude.
This is fucking Brock Lesnar's bastard little brother. Really?
If the mountain and Brock Lesnar had a baby somehow,
I'll fuck his wife.
Alright, we're gonna cut this shit off, but thank you.
Yeah, don't air this shit, man.
Thank you, Chuck.
I'll never get a job.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll go to NXT and don't look at him and go, next!
No, I'm gonna send this right over to AEW to Dusty Lee's kid. Be like, hey, what's going on, man?
Cody Rhodes will probably give him a contract.
Thank you, Chuck. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, guys.
You're awesome, dude. Thank you.
I don't give a shit how big you are. Get out of my face.
Hey.
I know you can.
Hey.
I'm not arguing that.
Hey.
What?
Hey, are you calling me fat?
Jesus. Dude, were you having, a boy or a girl? Wait, hold on a second.
It's a lesbian. Wait, can I say that today in 2020?
Yeah, it's cool. It's completely cool.
It's a puppy.
Whatever it identifies as.
Well, I was very offended because after the one match, I was the only one that took my shirt off. I said, let's do the deathmatch fatty thing. And nobody did it but me. And then you come out and I said, am I a deathmatch fatty? You're like, yes, you are, sir.
Yeah, because that's all I have to say. But at the end of the day, who gets castrated all over everybody? It's me, because all I do is to say the truth. Everybody's a blogger.
Lift up your shirt. Let me see your abs here. Mr. Boulevard Bullies here. Okay. Yeah, you got a Boulevard Bullies. Fuck Patrick. Fuck goddamn fucking
And
Steven.
I drink beer, and I eat like shit.
And you're a fucking
the reason why,
pussy, and you're a
excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yes, excuse me, you's a huge
He's
pussy.
a fucking fat.
Okay, I'm gonna challenge you though. For the year 2020, I used to be in shape when I was like your age, probably.
29.
Oh, I never actually. I wasn't. I was like 22, so maybe his age. But okay, in the year 2020, this will turn into abs, and I'm gonna have definite. As I slowly go out.
How are you gonna do that?
Oh, I run and work out every day now. I just started again. Oh,
I can really tell.
You know what?
You're gonna eat your fucking words.
I will. I hope I do.
I hope you do too. And I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna fuck your wife.
Who's your wife, eh?
I'm not married.
Good for you.
I don't even want to be married because I don't want half my shit eventually being taken away when I'm in a loveless marriage, living at the end of a cul-de-sac, you know, all that bullshit. God, you know, I just really like men that have hairy chests and stomachs and they're taller than I am. God, they're so brave and inspirational and empowering and everything. Oh, man.
Wait, have you ever seen...
Oh, jeez, I didn't see you there.
Oh, my God. Wait, have you ever seen the viral video of the guy that does the character Tyrone? He's like, I'm Tyrone, and I'm here to fuck your wife. Stupid. He smacks cigarettes out of people's mouths, and he's literally like the whitest black guy ever, but he does this character, and it's so funny. You have to Google it. You will die.
I just love
Why you give me that stupid look?
You
know, wait, hold on. I was supposed to do this whole thing. We watched Angela, Ramos, and Stephanie kiss each other, and I said I was going to go kiss Lowlife Louie on the lips, and I never did, so I'm just going to... I just did it.
It's the second person.
Yeah! Kiss Kid Osbourne! Yo, you going to suck dick or what?
Well, I guess I kind of have to.
Oh, you get that, man. I love it. I wasn't kidding, buddy. I love you. I love this kid, man. He's the best, dude. All right, we're cutting this off. Let's go.
Immediately afterwards, but can we at least fucking pretend? That's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do. And if you're not, if you're not selling, nobody's gonna.
Can I steal this young man from you?
Please do. I gotta go home, sir. Pleasure. Absolutely, absolutely. Very nice, little
Marc Angel. I wonder
Marc Angel.
Well, what do you go by in the ring?
Marcus Mathers.
Marcus Mathers. Okay. When I went out to piss out in the woods, and you had to go back and shoot for Chondo tonight. So I meant to catch you after the piss. You're killing it, dude. I was talking with your pops, and I'm very impressed with you. I don't know if you remember the one conversation we had outside of the compound. Remember the little homeless cat out there, and you were like, I don't know if I want to do this or not. Do you kind of remember that, bro?
I think so.
Yeah, we have to go back. But you're like, I don't know if I want to do this, but you don't have to do deathmatch wrestling. You're proving yourself with regular wrestling.
Thank you so much.
I'm very impressed. Dude, seriously, you're a fucking man, dude. I never thought I would say I respect you.
Thank you.
But I do. I respect you, man. Awesome. You hear me when I came out, you saw, I was like, your dad was very proud. I said, yeah, your son is such a better wrestler than you.
I heard that.
Like,
I'm video, and people are behind me, and they're like, Marcus Mathers. And I'm like, thank you.
well, your dad was like, is that a student? Is that H2O student? It was like, oh, it's TJ. It's like, oh, I can't say anything. He's an actual fan.
Yeah.
But now you're killing it.
Thank you.
Continue to do it, man. Pay your fucking dues, do your thing, man. No, I got nothing but respect for you, dude. And that homeless kitty, if we could find that clip now, let's add that now.
Yes, we'll do that right now.
Well, I didn't find it, and I did find it. I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't find it. We did find it.
All right, there we go.
That's our.
They found it!
All right, hopefully we found it.
Oh, God. I cut. Let's go. I cut. I didn't even.
So,
Wait,
TJ,
let me see this.
no.
Twist it around, make sure you're recording.
It's recording. I know a red button
recording.
when I see one.
Hey kids, I'm here for the goddamn H2O wrestling show. There's some loose ass pussy in here like Jimmy Chondo Lyon.
You're gonna attract the wrong type of fans
Don't
to
you
these
talk
shows.
to me, you goddamn! Don't you talk to me, you Chucky leprechaun looking motherfucker.
Maybe one of them will give Chondo a new van.
He doesn't understand that I have all the power right now because I'm holding the fucking camera.
You don't understand. That's my camera. I'll light you on fire, you leprechaun. I'll light you on fire.
Hey, man, I just watched.
So, TJ, let me get your opinion on something.
Go ahead.
How was this show?
Oh, the show was amazing.
Can you stop doing that accent, please?
Take the cigarette.
There you go.
The show was so good. It makes me want to light cigarettes and drink more.
Holy shit, he actually did it. I thought it'd take him a couple tries.
Now, when Jimmy Chondo lions, like he's a lion, like a big lion, and he stole that car, he was like, oh shit, I'm gonna take this red car and just disappear. And Gigi was like, hey. Oh my God, Mitch is just scary.
Can you tell the fat ginger to give you back your camera? We gotta go home.
Mitch, I've been trying
I'm not that big.
I've been trying to.
I can't see your dick when you pee. You're a fat fuck.
I can see my dick. It's huge.
Tell him. This is some.
Listen, I've had dreams about my dick being huge too.
Me too. Well,
oh, look who it is.
It's just, his is useless. I talked with his mommy. His mommy said when he was born, it was like a little.
I feel like your dick is like
TJ,
Chucky.
you're on the way to
like
getting
a ton of hair, like
a nut shot in about 3 seconds.
You wanna hurt me? Oh, my dick!
But
what?
Dick. Hold this. Do a serious
I have no hands.
Well, stop smoking drugs.
All right, go. It's not a. It is a drug.
All right, well, let's be serious. I got spider webs all over me.
Yeah, okay, Mitch, can you hold that for a second? I got it.
Mitch, would you mind standing behind him and just film? Okay.
Blinded by the light.
I want to be honest. I know. I thought tonight was awesome. Honestly, you came here to watch the Hardway, the legacy of deathmatch wrestling, and then you got to see. Here, put this on yourself so you can see what's going on. And then we got to see H2O Hustlemania 2, and it was phenomenal to be part of both of it. I didn't want to be here that early. I've been up since 5 o'clock with my kids as my kids wake up, and sometimes they smear shit all over the walls and stuff on the floor. Hire professional cleaners, $250, and that was my drinking money.
So let me ask you something. I don't know if you remember last year's Hustlemania because you were also fucked up at that one.
Of course.
Do you remember it?
No.
You don't remember it at all. I was gonna ask, hey,
I set up a hard camera up there.
What did you think this Hustlemania matched last year? But I just found out you can't remember.
I mean, I don't. What was the main event? Remind me here. Remind me, you leprechaun motherfucker.
Wasn't it Matt?
Maria Manic and
No, it was Alex Colon versus Jeff Cannonball. Alex won the title.
Oh,
and
that's
Mathis
true.
Came out
and then
challenged him, and Alex being, you know.
If you want the simple response, is the easy way to say is like no matter who is in the ring, if they're coming here working with H2O, they know what the fuck they're doing. Matt knows what the fuck he's doing, and he lets the students grow and lets them be their own character.
What did you think of the student match at the beginning of the show?
Fucking phenomenal.
Phenomenal, dude. Phenomenal, dude.
Blew everyone else out of the fucking water, didn't they?
Little Mark.
Sorry, Steve.
my one boy in there, I asked him to do the shooting star a couple times. Fuck's his name again? Goddamn.
Dyln.
Dyln. That kid is ridiculous. To pull off shooting stars off the ring apron like that quick. I mean, I know it's like called something else, but like he's really talented. That kid's got so much potential. He's just a kid. He's like what, like 22?
I think he's younger than that. How? Oh, wait.
He looks like he's probably like.
Yo, Josh. 20? How old is Dyln? 19, something like that, around there. He's young.
Well, when I look at kids like that, like this is why I never got into the actual wrestling business and just being a fan and holding the camera. Like, you know, I do all that dumb shit on video, like at parties, and do stupid stunts once in a while. But to continually go in the ring and take bumps and be able to perform like that, there's no way I could ever do that. I have ultimate respect for anybody there. And Mitch, obviously, when you were asking questions during the cameo there, dude, you were the best part of it. Dude, you were like straight. I don't know if that was you or character. You were just like,
no, so dude, that's just fucking me. You know,
I love it. Dude.
I have to stay quiet for the normal people, quote unfucking quote, in everyday life. But it's like, you know, sometimes you just gotta bust the load out. You know.
Like I said, what the fuck is normal?
So what is normal? Will you
fuck is that shit?
On my nipple for me real quick?
Don't do that.
Yes,
do not.
Do. Yes,
really, you want to do that?
Make sure you get it on video. Push it.
It's the ember's on him. Okay. The ember's on his. He can't feel it.
Arnold Schwarzenegger would be disappointed.
Let me relight this up. But
the Arnold.
As we come out here though for these shows, that's just not funny. But well, Rose, Jake's seen me do a lot of dumb shit. I've been lit on fire and done a lot of dumb shit.
You let me hit you with a fucking
kendo stick. Been on MTV Ridiculousness, World's Dumbest Partiers like 15 times, unfortunately. And I tried to mix the partying with the deathmatch wrestling. And I was very thankful that Jeff put my intro in during the film tonight.
Bye, Gigi.
Gigi, I'm sorry your car got stolen by Chondo. The next time I see him, fuck Chondo. That son of a bitch might come to my house and I lost the title.
To be fair, you left your keys and it was unlocked.
That power bomb was for you tonight.
Yeah,
there you go.
Fuck you, Jake.
Love you.
But anyways, like I was saying, for example, like that film defined what deathmatch wrestling is. People look at deathmatch wrestlers and they think they're like these pieces of shit and they think they're just redneck assholes, and they're not. They're human beings like everything. And the best part was when he showed like the compassion of everything. Like, I mean, we saw the bumps and everything that was crazy there, and you see the end. the laughter that he brought at the end, everybody just goofing off, and Pondo just like to the one referee, he's like, John loves me not, he loves me. He's like, dude, that's the best part, dude. And I don't know, I thought everything was great today, and I'm thankful to be a part of it. And it's a shame there wasn't more people here, and even the man that made the goddamn film, Jeff. But it was due to his flight.
He was late.
The best part too was when Cannonball came in. He was like, when Graver came out, he's like, "Yeah, we're supposed to thank Jeff for all this." Like, you make sure you thank him. He's like, "Yeah, thank you." Because he
just showed up.
Yeah, he showed up. He's like, "Dude, that's what I'm saying. That's the humanity about it. Like, everybody's good people here. We're not pieces. I mean, we might be pieces of shit, but we're all laid back. And anytime anybody's really hurting the fucking ring, like Jeff Cannonball said, yeah, he brought it up. And I'll never forget that video I shot of him with Schlack at the compound, and fucking David C. Russell and his boy fucking put that light tube with salt, all that shit in there. And when he smashed it on him, and we're just like, yo, he's fucked up. David C. was like, John, get the fuck in here. And even little Louie Ramos came in, he got the towel. I had a towel in my back pocket, and he started dabbing Cannonball's head. And Jeff, when he walked out, he wasn't kidding. When he took that knee, people thought he was selling it. No, that was fucking real. Dude.
Yeah.
He was fucked
He lost a lot of blood.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say, man. Talk to Stretch.
Stretch, why do you think people should train here?
Because he's all about shit.
Why do people should train at the H2O Academy?
Vanilla cream, Alex Stretch.
Why should people come and train at the H2O Wrestling Academy?
Okay, we could train to stretch the pussy.
Well, the one part.
Why?
Wait,
why?
Sorry, the one part that bugged me out though was like Captain Dave wasn't here, and he appeared in this goddamn thing. And Chando, you weren't in there. Captain Dave was Captain Dave Carey. He's like, "Hey, ladies, gentlemen, Captain Dave." And Chando was like, if he was here, we'd be like, that motherfucker. And then Chando, the best thing he'd do tonight was steal Gigi's car, like right around.
My fucking problem.
Pop, pop, bang. He's like right around the corner.
It taught him a valuable lesson.
Yeah, and he's still mad about it.
But all seriously,
don't leave your fucking keys in your car unlocked and they're in the ignition, or Chando will steal your car.
Car got stolen, lit on fire.
Would you rather your friend steal your car to teach you a lesson, or some random dickhead steal your car to freaking sell it in Camden for scrap money?
Well, Chando's kind of a dickhead, but he didn't sell his car.
Stretch, my cigarette's like, can you put this out on my tongue for me?
Oh, not the tongue. I did the nipple.
It's wet. It's not gonna hurt that much. It's gonna taste like hell.
Do it, you fucking
I've done it before,
motherfucker.
If you put enough spit in your tongue, you don't feel shit.
I didn't spit on my tongue. It's gonna hurt tomorrow when I eat food.
Did anybody happen to see the video of
Go ahead, Jake. I'll light another one.
I'm cool.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Did you see that video?
But Stretch, back to the original question. Why should people train here over other schools?
The best phrase to sum it all, H2O isn't just a school. It's a family. It's a family dedicated to professional wrestling. It's a family dedicated to each other, inside and outside the ring. You want to be the best you that you can be, not just the best wrestler you can be, not just the best manager you can be, not just the best freaking valet, freaking
ref,
writer, whatever you want to do in the business. This is the place to be.
Damn
You
right.
see the environment, you see the locker room, you see the love that people have
I'm trying
for
to do
this
a real
place.
promo here, motherfucker.
Alright, there it is.
H2O's where it's at. And we're only gonna grow from here.
Oh, my phone, pervert.
Yeah.
Get this little boy over here. How old are you now?
The future.
I want an exclusive with you.
I gotta go, guys. Be safe. I love you all.
11 years old. What is your name?
TJ, stop touching kids.
Jesus Christ. Are you gonna jam those in my head?
Fuck that too sweet shit. Just give me a fist pump.
Ow! You should put them in Jake's.
No, don't do that.
Why not?
Even though we might not be able to use it.
Hey, we're starting the shocker. We're starting the shocker.
No, it won't get over because it looks too
hold
similar
on.
to this.
Masada, like he said, people
That's
were
the
throwing
thing.
this around left and right, but like Masada,
I
this
did.
is
I'm
for
like,
you. Let's go.
this looks too similar
Let's
to
put these in
something.
Jake's pee hole.
No, we're not. No.
Let's put them in the pee hole, Jake. Whoa.
No.
Why not?
Because I use this thing.
For what?
I use this thing.
No, I fucked your wife.
Oh. All right, we're gonna cut all this off. What you laughing at, boy?
You have a mark because of me.
What you do? You poking skewers in my arm?
No, when I smacked you with these.
Don't you smack me.
Wait, you have a mark already.
All right, put the skewers down, kid. Yeah, put them away.
Joe, you see this goddamn child over here?
I see him.
Trying to
I don't believe him, but I see him.
He's trying to stick skewers in my dick hole.
Why is he trying to steer your dick
In my dick hole.
In your dick hole.
In my dick hole.
You gonna take skewers, stick them up in your urethra?
It's not gonna hurt if you do. Go ahead, poke them in there. What? No, you gotta like jam them in there. All right, go ahead.
Do that.
Yeah, see, you ain't a trained professional like Masada. You need to step your game
you
up.
go like this. And
No, I don't want him in my goddamn forehead, man.
That's the only way
like
to do
Louie.
it.
Take him in the chest. No, I don't want to. You can put him in my arm because it's all. My arm is all fat.
He saw it already.
I don't know how to do it.
It's okay. Don't. It's okay.
I know how to put it inside.
But hey, what's your name, by the way?
Anthony.
Anthony, how old are you?
That's a kid, man.
11.
And you help out here all the time, getting people in here and stuff. And you're the man, kid. I love you. You're a good kid, dude.
Can't get in the zone.
Cheers to me with that goddamn water.
You can't get into the zone.
Nah, seriously, you can start out as long as you want, buddy.
What?
I'm with Joseph Merely. My nipples hurt, my tongue hurts from fire, from cigarettes. This is my boy from when we were kids, man. He came out to H2O tonight, and he's gonna 100% support it always. He came to a couple shows before. He wants to go to the intergender shit, and I told him, I said, look, that's not H2O.
No. But there's more girls.
Cheers. But either way, it doesn't matter. It's just I'm so happy to see you there tonight, dude. You made my night, dude. I love you.
It was a fucking pleasure, man.
Thank you for getting me back, man. I love you, dude.
Well, you had the beer. I had to keep that safe. You were just the bonus.
Cheers. Cheers. Cut.